Hi, diddly ho! How's everyone doing this morning?
I'm here.
I see. How are you doing this morning, Bumpkin? I know we were talking forever in the chat, but we gotta make it look like we weren't for the audience.
Exactly. Oh, look at
Uh,
this. What's up, Woody? What's up,
the sentient
Wolfpack?
dick joke. Wolfpack, Woody, what's up? Y'all like and share the stream.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
I guess we can start because I wanna do my drama after we have some more people in the chat. Um, so y'all like and share. Y'all make sure y'all tell people to watch. You want to go bully be brave real quick?
Let's go bully be brave. Well, are we really gonna bully be brave though? Let's be honest with you. Is there really much to bully be brave about?
No, there's not. Do
Yeah,
y'all want the StreamYard behind the scenes access, or do you guys just want to see his stream?
that's what I want to know. Damn, I hate how inconsistent my Twitter is. You know what I mean? Like some nights it'll be like 15 people watching on that shit, and some days it will just be like zero. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it StreamYard is extremely notorious for being bad.
Yeah. Oh, is that his link?
Yeah. All right, I'm already in the back chat. Let's mute up here.
All right. Make sure to share it for the audience.
Top firms and so forth. Glenn Lowry is one of those people.
SKC.
No, none of us are on Glenn Lowry's level. We're not.
You're fading in and out. Can you still hear us? Pretty good, SKC.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, when I'm speaking, I'm telling you, my words are hitting closer to the bone than Glenn Lowry's.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, and they
Okay.
do. I'm bragging,
and that's your opinion.
About it. Go ahead.
That's your opinion.
Thank you.
All right. So now that you have put forth your opinion versus empirical evidence and years of decades of study.
I've got empirical evidence.
Okay, there you go.
I've got myself what I say on film, SKC. When I say this on film, I've got films of it, of footages of 3 years of kicking ass on this issue that Glenn Lowry never swerved into because he was too gentle.
How would you put that empirically? This kicking of A.
Hold on.
That's how you would state it.
Hold on, I opened the window. What was that? Hey, Orthodox guy, I'm talking to SKC right now, buddy. I'm not gonna have any interruptions here. This is too important.
That's how you would equate it.
Okay,
three years of kicking of A.
I'm sorry. Ask that again, SKC.
I said that's how you would equate empiricism. 3 years of kicking of A.
He ain't gonna play ball.
I would say 3 years of kicking ass proves that what I'm saying should have been said by Glenn Lowry and wasn't.
Okay.
That is lame. Very lame. Indeed.
Extremely lame. What's up, everyone that's coming over? What's up? Don't forget to like the stream. I know.
That was extremely lame. I'll be brave.
Yeah, we're about to give him a little bit of shout out, you know what I mean?
Nah, I was just gonna mess with him.
Yeah, he already knew what was about to happen.
Well, I haven't been up in like over a month over at Be Braves. I wasn't even gonna bully him. I was just gonna be young at him. Hold on, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna bully him in the chat. Well, I guess we can. I guess we can move on to Stan Lee. Stan Lee is also live right now.
Are we gonna go over there?
Yep.
Oh, we might as well go over there, right? Oh, look at that. Views are going up. Now people are starting to wake up. What's up, everyone? How's it going?
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Let's go. Maybe I need to start streaming more earlier. I'm getting a lot more retention earlier. Look at that.
It always starts off early. It always starts good early.
That's true. That's true. Oh,
Let me get to Stan Lee's panel. We're gonna stream the we're gonna stream Snipe over there. Yep, wrong stream that is unmuted. Oh, this is gonna suck.
what's up, Gar?
Oh shit, Garion!
Garion should be at work though. I think he's at work. What's up, Garion? Do some work. What you doing watching us? I'm just joking.
Gary, and there, me and Resla got into it, and I will be going over that a little bit later in the stream.
True.
That's actually why the title of the stream is called Ego Murder. So
True.
let me. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to hear my own voice. This is gonna suck.
No, you're not. Why you got to hear your own voice?
Oh, hold on. Because I'm about to do the Stanley stream.
Are they? Is he stream sniping us right now?
No, Stanley's not restreaming us. But when I go on a StreamYard, I'm gonna have to hear my.
Oh no! Just mute this StreamYard's tab and tell you while you're over there in the StreamYard.
It does not work like that actually.
Oh, it worked for me when I was on Braves.
Because if I mute this tab on my computer, it'll mute all tabs.
Oh, what
Because
browser?
I use Google Chrome.
Oh, yeah. Well,
What do you use?
I use Brave.
Send me the link for Brave in Discord, and I'll download Brave.
Oh, but you'll have to like put everything else in.
I mean, you could be the one to stream the here's the Stanley stream. You can stream it. That way, I don't have to hear my own voice.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, wrong thing. I posted the stream link to Stanley's channel. I'm bad at this.
I know Stanley's channel.
Oh, okay. Boo, Chrome. Look, man, I am a creature of habit. All right, I know there are better browsers, but I don't feel like putting all of my information into browsers again and again and again.
I'm just gonna like.
This is Stanley's channel.
Oh, but where's the actual StreamYard link?
Let me ask him for it.
Might be in the live chat.
I'm gonna ask him for it. Because I'm gonna be real, I kind of would rather talk to Stan Lee, because even if Stan Lee will interrupt you more harshly, he lets you have your opinion without telling you it's wrong.
Orthodox guy restream Stanley's restream of Be Brave. That's funny.
Yes,
Stream Inception.
it's Streamception. I mean, I don't know. I mainly just want to talk to them and talk to them so you guys can hear it for the stream instead of just jumping in talking about the argument me and Resla got into. Resla called me you know who Melanie is, right?
Yeah.
Melanie Cosmic Fox. Hello, Bumkin.
What's up?
Do you know who Melanie Cosmic Fox is?
I'm not.
The Furby.
Oh, yeah.
Metaverse? Yeah. So he basically called me that.
Right. I'm over in Stanley's StreamYard, by the way. I'm gonna share it right over here, okay? Did you get the link to it?
Yeah, drop the link.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna want to share
Like,
the actual.
Let me give you an example
Oh,
of
the actual YouTube.
Yeah, because they're not. You're gonna want to share the YouTube channel because they're not gonna want to. They're not gonna be able to hear us if we're muted in the in this StreamYard. They're not gonna hear us in the other StreamYard. So you have to show the actual channel. So we're gonna have to hear our voices. But for them, the audio will come out normal if we're muted in the StreamYard.
Yeah. All right, ready?
I hit the wrong link, Bumpkin. Now I'm getting annoyed with Be Brave. Post the link, hooker. I don't think he knows that there is no media playing either. That's crazy. Bumpkin.
What do you mean no media playing?
There's no sound playing through your share. And you also never
What?
dropped the link. You never dropped the StreamYard link for me.
What?
Yeah, and now Be Brave is spurging.
Why is he spurging?
Because he thinks his conversation with SKC is so important. I think Be Brave is just another boomer who worships black folks.
Mm,
I'm gonna be
PG
real.
just can't get it.
There we
yeah,
go.
and
Another
I feel
sound.
bad for them. And
I'm not
Deacon
gonna.
Dave says too many blacks, and
I'm not gonna be
maybe
able to do
that's a
this,
valid
bro.
point, but I
You
don't
can't
care.
do it.
Oh
These
wait.
arguments that you all
Oh
want to
no, there
make
ain't no
are
way.
arguments, and
Why? It's
for
not
that
that
matter,
hard.
subjects.
I'm hearing like
You and Deacon Dave and
triple
whoever
loop.
else can talk about PG
Oh, how are you
County and
hearing
why
triple
it's
loop?
failing and all that stuff. And I will
Hold
sit
on.
back and I will listen and I will
Because you
go
can mute this
with
StreamYard.
whatever it is y'all decide, because I'm not interested in the topic. I don't care that PG
Yeah.
County
Yeah.
was rich as it once was. Because if whatever the dynamic was there, if it's transferred over into where did everybody go?
Charles County.
Charles County. Same
Right.
thing's going to happen in Charles County, whatever the dynamic is. Now,
I
Deacon
dropped the link
Dave
in the
thinks
back chat,
it's
by the
too
way.
many black people. Well, apparently, if that is indeed the case, too many black people will be moving there, and eventually Charles County, will be a problem.
Stanley, that is what, I think is at the crux of this fatigue is that, you move to somewhere like Charles County, you did that deliberately to get away from the inner city problems.
But
And
they
damn if
follow
the people
you.
from PG don't follow you, you know what I'm saying? And you done bought a house there, now you got to uproot yourself, or the schools are becoming problems and shit like that. That is the crux of the fatigue, if you ask me.
Okay, well, I think the fatigue is something. It's not a new phenomenon. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Shelby Steele talked about it 30 years ago. However, the fatigue is just a bug or feature depending on your viewpoint. And again, I think that this black fatigue thing is really more a black problem. It's the anti-black blacks that have basically fed the idea to the whites or endorsed it, or however the dynamic works. I think it's ridiculous. I think Anton Daniels is like, I'm glad he noticed it and talks about it, but there are plenty enough counter arguments, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. And better than that, I think people, I think, and I used you as an example, the nightshades that you were talking about. It's nightshades talking nightshades. The
Well,
people who are part of the problem are describing the problem.
well, yeah, and I think that is partly the thing is that, again, like, I don't live around white people, by choice. And then there are a lot of blacks that, do go live around white people, but for whatever reason, and then they don't want to admit the problem. And I think, for the
Okay,
black,
well, they're running away from the problem. If
but
the
for the black,
problem is as you describe, now my question is, are they carrying the problem with them? Okay,
well,
or if you go live in Rome, you better live like a Roman.
but in many
It's
cases,
going
what I'm
good,
saying,
sir.
they
It's
may
going
not
good.
know that they are, but they
Okay,
are,
well then that is a fixable problem. And again, if you are look, if you are quote immigrating into a white
Yes,
neighborhood and
that's
bringing your former neighborhood's culture, that's not a good thing. And if you're not smart enough to figure out that you will have to change with your geography, then what am I supposed to say other
well,
than you're going to fuck up?
let me ask you this question, though, and I don't disagree with you. Um, if you move from, say, and I'm just going to use an extreme example, and I don't know if you've ever been in Jamaica, like on vacation. Man,
No.
the volume that those people play their music is unbelievable. And if you were to move a Jamaican to a white neighborhood, you know, it just, some shit, he's not even gonna know that he can't cut his music down until he gets there and people start looking funny because his music up loud. Then he may comply, but he's not gonna be able to be himself, having to turn his music down,
Okay, well,
or whatever the
but
case may be.
I I use the example of immigration. You know, if you move from China, you're not to the United States, you're not going to be able to bring your Chinese ways for long into the United States. You need to understand that if you move to a new geography and arguably a different culture, you need to be the one changing. The culture is not going to change to suit you.
But
And
I think
if you are not smart enough to figure that out, eventually
more or less created havens where they can go and do business with each other, and the blacks have not, and which means that they
okay,
have.
well, let me just go ahead and cut you off here. If you want to be all anti-black, you can start another show.
No, I'm not
Okay.
being anti-black.
I don't think saying blacks need to be or asking why blacks can't be like reasons why. And if you can't figure that out, just blaming it on race, it's unproductive in my opinion.
No, I'm not blaming
Okay.
you or anything. I'm not.
Why can't the blacks be like the Asians? Or why
No, that's
can't
not
the
what I'm saying.
blacks do business? There are historical reasons which are too detailed to get into if I even know all the details.
I guess what I'm saying,
Blacks are not like but well, I guess what I'm saying is blacks are not Asians.
no,
So
I'm not saying that black.
why would you ask why can't blacks do business with each other? Well, part of the reason is because blacks don't have the kind of startup capital that other communities might.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
one reason.
Well, with that, with all that being said, if black people have to go outside of their own group to buy everything pretty much that they need, then they have to be able to comport themselves along the lines of mainstream society. And so when you see Twitter videos of blacks acting up in stores and shit like that, not to
Okay,
say that
well, I don't form
McDonald's.
opinions based on okay, dude, hold on one second, Latino. I don't form opinions based on Twitter.
but these things are happening.
So
These
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. You know, Be Brave does the same thing. I don't form large cultural, theses based on what I see on Twitter.
Do you think these things only happen on Twitter, or to the people only on Twitter?
Okay, I think you get my point.
I bet you know, most of the people, if they go through their life, if they have any interaction with blacks, they probably seen blacks acting out, seen blacks fighting or something like that. They definitely watch the news.
John, have you ever lived in Appalachia?
No.
He said acting out
Okay,
like
well
they're
then,
not adults.
okay.
So he looks at himself
Well,
as a child.
hold on one sec.
That's really
Hold
what
on one
this is
sec,
about.
Ignat. John,
Mm.
I have seen some of the same behaviors up in the Blue Ridge Mountains that you might see in the ghetto. I've often said that Appalachia, parts of Appalachia, are basically ghettos with fresh air. So, bottom line is, it's not just a black thing. There may be behaviors particular to the quote black community, but I've seen just as much issues in some of the poor white Appalachian hollers as you might see, in the hood. So I'm less willing, because I've lived around poor whites. I am less willing to pin it on a racial characteristic than other people might be.
Okay.
Yo, John, could I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
And this is respectfully, right? Do you think the black culture is destroying society more than gay butt sex? And it's a serious question. I want to know.
You're asking me a serious question.
It's a serious question.
You know, man, I think what goes on in people's houses, I mean, I think.
So that's a no.
Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
Okay, so the
Herman
culture
is asking, hold on, Ignat. Herman's asking, look up the murder rate in Appalachia. I'm sure it's lower than the inner city, but my theory on that is, and Be Brave is actually one who's kind of chuckled when I say this. I think living stacked on top of each other is going to create problems that you might not get in Appalachia, where I said it's a ghetto with fresh air. It's also a ghetto with trees and grass and fields. People aren't stacked up on top of each other like they are in the inner city.
Yeah, of course, but Chicago.
I'm just basically talking about the kind of, I don't know. I know, for instance, when I used to go into DC or something like that to visit my wife's family, a lot of times I couldn't wait to get back to the mountain. It's just, the hustle and bustle. It's just a different atmosphere. And getting back to the mountain, and I'm a city boy, but getting back to the mountain was a relief. There's just, and again, this is just my opinion. I'm not basing it on data. I could be wrong, but I think there's a whole lot more, living in an urban area, a tight packed urban area. It's just more of a pressure cooker.
You think
and murder rates, I'm not sure that murder rate is important, but I think there are different types of problems in Appalachia. One of them being, the drug culture.
Do you think blacks
would be there's a lot of
let me ask you a question then. Do you think blacks would be better off like if they lived in like Appalachia?
Yes. Why do you think I, number one, could never imagine myself ever living in an apartment again. I could never, even somewhere like Buckhead or somewhere nice in the middle of Atlanta. Like my son's campus is in Midtown, Atlanta. It's beautiful. I could never live there. I live 10 minutes from a fucking fishing hole. If I can't do that, why would I want to live even somewhere like Druid Hills in Atlanta, which is really nice, but the houses, you can spit from one house to another. The houses are so close. These are like half-acre lots. Why would I want to live in a city when I can live up in the mountains? What's that? That's even
What the?
well. That can't be great. Oh wow. Well, have you? I mean, other than growing up in a house, have you ever owned a house?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I can tell
irrelevant.
you,
Is there any
I
blacks in
kind
this
of
city?
never. Well, no, actually, because I could never like going from a house back to an apartment. I couldn't imagine doing that.
Hey, Pumpkin, is there any blacks in your city?
Oh, it's almost expected.
Yeah, you ain't gotta. Don't start mommy explaining. You good? Yeah, yeah. You tried to tap dance. That's what white people do. You good? I'm just asking a simple question. But you should have said North
Well,
Dakota. North Dakota would have just told it right there.
hey, Sam, I say I lived around them. I don't mean on the same street. uh, we were on the same mountain. They weren't necessarily my next door neighbors. You know what? I don't avoid. I've known poor. I mean, a lot of it isn't so much your economics as much as just how you carry yourself.
Is Trump
There's
poor
there's
white
nothing
trash?
wrong. There's nothing wrong with being poor.
Is Trump
There is
poor white
something wrong with
trash?
being. There's something wrong with being poor and misbehaved.
So you saying that? So you were saying that you would say that in the ghetto, it's not that they're poor; they misbehave.
Well, I mean, the two correlate.
You don't
I
believe
think
economics
I mean,
have anything to do with it?
there are plenty of people in the hood, I'm sure, that, aren't criminals.
And what's misbehave, John? Going outside smoking weed and
Well,
drinking beer?
I'm being a little,
You use the word. I didn't use it.
coy. I, I mean criminals. I mean, how I think that, if you want to say culture in the hood, is you're more likely to be a criminal if you live in the hood than you would be if you live in my neighborhood. But
That's not true.
I'm not I'm not a sociologist. I can't make the correlations and the database arguments and all that
You
worth
ever lived in a big city
even
before?
belaboring the point.
You ever lived in a big
Mhm.
city before? Sam?
Yo, how's everyone doing? It's making your head hurt. It's also making my head hurt.
What's up? My bad. What's up?
Oh, lordy.
Sorry, I missed something. I had to unmute the tab. All this dreamception is making my head hurt. Yeah, same. You passed me another StreamYard link in the bag. What was that for?
I passed you a link in the back.
Yeah,
I cannot hear you.
you should be able to hear me. One second. What is this? Whose stream is this for?
It's the same link you posted in there. I can't hear you. I'm only able to know what you're saying because I hear you on stream.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I switched everything over to the Brave browser, and now I can't hear, but I obviously can speak.
Well, you got to fix that. Technical difficulties, everyone. Technical
I'm
difficulties.
literally watching the stream. I'm literally watching the stream through the YouTube on Chrome. Give me 1 second. Go back to Stanley's stream and
I ain't going back over there, bro. I don't want to talk about no Appalachian shit.
Oh, hold on. All I gotta do is reload.
Architecture doesn't make a good neighborhood bad. It's the ninjas. Okay. All the stream sessions making my head hurt. Yeah. Thumbs up from him. Like millennial tech issues. Yeah. Stanley has his stream, which is the same as John Galt and Brave has one. That's true. Casey was a willing participant. Free the diddler. I don't stand by that whatsoever. Lock that black man up. By the way, hit up my Cash App. Orthodox Guy's Cash App as well. Hit his up. At Orthodox Guy, spelt properly, or Cash App Guy. Hit up the Cash Apps. I need some money. I'm poor. Payday's tomorrow. I need money. Send me money. Send me money. Chat, send me money. I need to pull you up, Orthodox.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good now. I can hear you.
Appalachian, there goes. So true. Oh, said that on stream. Not going to be allowed on Black YouTube anymore. Uh-oh, guys. That's it.
I say it on Black YouTube all the time. They think I'm black. Oh, you said that yesterday, and you didn't. You lie.
Send a stipend. I need support from the Italians.
Oh.
Video games are $80 now. I can only give my crumbs to light-skinned female streamers. No! Woody says you are black. Yeah, he is German, so I mean.
Nigga, you are literally subhuman, alright?
I'm just a German tribe, bro, that was able to conquer and win wars against you. Like, we were the cousins. We were the outcast cousins that became better. Stay mad. Ryan, spend this poor fellow white some money. Exactly. Inshallah, Ryan. Inshallah.
Oh, hold on. Let me know if you get it so I can play the thing. Hey, Ryan. There you go, Ryan.
Do it.
Let me pull it back up for you. Is it not in your banners? Where's it at?
No, it's in my banners.
I know, you put it in the example banners. You're terrible.
Oh, I know, bro.
Oh, it's alright, Ryan. It's okay. I was just messing with you. Oh yeah, no, dude, that shit on CTs, bro. We almost rioted because they sent my boy to jail.
They sent who to jail?
111.
What do you mean they
got
sent?
6 months in jail.
Wait, like
No, it's CT jail.
Oh, what? He can't come up on the stream for 6 months?
He can. It got commuted. But nah, that shit. We were about to riot on the CT for that. I'm probably gonna go back to Stanley's for a little bit.
And then there will be a purity spiral. Nothing left but albino kings. Yeah, we can go back. You want to go back there for a while? You don't want to get into the
Not the Resla stuff yet, because I wanna.
Oh man, we gotta really cover that 1111 stuff, don't we? Too.
Yeah.
I know. Gary said that he. I know, bro. The evil white nationalists are sticking up for an Indian guy. Who would have thought?
The Hindu didn't do. My Hindu didn't do nothing.
My Hindu didn't do nothing wrong. Pajit 1111. Ah, yes. Chat. Can we get some triple ones in the chat. We're sending support, but also real talk. 1111. You need to get a job.
All right, I'm gonna.
Are you gonna share it, or you need me to share it again?
I have to fatigue, Stanley, because again,
Guys,
and
let me
I
know
have a
if
white neighbor.
y'all
He's been
can't
on the
hear
show. He's
anything
Alabama.
or it's messed up.
He was like, "Yo,
I
look at
I
that."
can hear it fine.
Let me point out, and
Let
it
me know if
was a
y'all can't hear a
one-off,
voice.
but
I'm gonna mute.
it's not just black people who play loud music. So
But it's that bass.
I
He's
don't.
right.
But black people play
Fucking
the bass.
Hispanics, man.
Black people play the bass louder than they have trouble. And so,
Joe,
That's
you
fine.
full of
I'm
shit.
not saying that blacks and
That's a
whites don't play
fucking
music
lie.
loud. But what I'm saying is that the tune of their ear, the bass, hits white people differently than it hits me. I've told the story before. My children slept through the bass. They probably couldn't sleep through the treble. The white guy, my next door neighbor, he couldn't sleep through the bass. And he kept complaining to me, but I couldn't really complain because it didn't really bother me.
Well, Fred has a question about how many businesses do whites in Appalachia start. Now, my experience is that there's a lot of under the table stuff
If you're
like
talking Orthodox, we can't hear you on that stream.
those sorts of businesses. There's a lot of money that exchanges. There's a lot of barter, oddly enough, in.
Oh, if you're talking here, we can't hear you either.
I muted. I muted
Okay.
myself. I muted on my headset. Wow, that's wild. I can't believe that he actually called Lindsay a pedophile. Yeah, he tried to call me a PDF after gaslighting 111 for calling him a PDF. But you know what? Bitch tits Mike is a bitch.
Mike who? Mike, the guy that shouldn't be casting stones? That guy?
I have no idea who he is. I just made him mad, and it was very fun for me.
We weren't gonna. I mean, we're just gonna talk to Stanley, but it seems like trying to do this with StreamYards is not the way. It seems like we have to kind of do it with
Streamlabs.
with Streamlabs, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if we mute the website, if we mute this page on our end, can they still hear it?
I think so if we're just both talking in here.
When you were over there, did you did you have this page muted?
I had this page muted.
Yeah, I could still hear you when you were streaming. You were streaming it. I just don't want to have their the reason I left is I don't want to have their private chat in the restream because that is no bueno for me.
That's why I just full screened them on one tab. That's why I just full screened the StreamYards. So then that's how we get with that.
We
What's up, Stanley?
we're gonna come over there and talk shit on Brave with you because Brave was rude to me and I'm a fickle asshole. But y'all got into the weeds about talking about how evil black people are.
And I'm just like, listen, bro. I'm not trying to do that right now.
Sup?
Stanley in the house. Stanley in the house.
Yeah, Asarifa, I don't understand why. I love Blue Jay to death. I don't understand why she was defending Mike at all. I mean, I get she was trying to talk about Blue Jay's kind of. I feel like Blue Jay is like the rare woman autist.
That's true.
Because she does not understand that we were joking around or we were joking or messing with people half the time. And like I don't know. I love Blue Jay to death. Well, fuck it. I guess we'll play this Resla stream.
Yeah, let's run the Resla shit. Fuck it, we ball. Blats are spawns of Satan. I wouldn't agree with that.
Me. I'm just kidding. This bitch right here is nasty. Can y'all hear that?
We can't hear anything. No.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta open it up in a Brave tab. Bro, I can hear your tranquil ass fucking birds in the background, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I live in a tranquil utopia, bro.
Here we go.
Hey, it's good to see Stanley popping over to other chats. Play.
Oh, fuck me
Yeah,
running.
we can hear it now. We can hear it now.
This is true.
Yo, I want to tell you.
Not enough.
Alexander, you better come over here and do that.
Shot out? Where do you think
Bro, I've been shot at.
We're gonna
You live
We're
a
gonna
life
do
of
that.
No, I
luxury.
don't get
We're gonna
shot
do
out.
this.
Where do you think
Yeah,
I
Bro,
am?
I've been shot at.
We're
Hold on, wait.
How
I'm
many
trying to
times
find
have
it.
ever been
Maybe
shot?
There we go.
5. I maybe got 5
Oh,
stories.
I'll
I'm
tell
like,
you,
shit,
how many-
fuck me running.
Combo. No,
I had it set up,
I
and then when I got
wait.
quiet, when I was switching everything over, my shit got fucked up. I had it set up at the perfect spot.
Hey, stop.
Oh.
Wait, you know,
Yeah, I remember her when she was a mod on CT show. Gross. I hate that.
I
do
do.
not like her.
I don't give a shit.
I like her, but she reminds me of my ex in the being a damaged female, and I don't have time for that. And I told her on this show actually, before here, I'm like, you're not her, so I don't really care. I don't want to fucking hear
Not
it.
wrong
Oh,
for that.
Lauren, you know that's never gonna. Sorry, you were right. For
you.
smart people.
No.
People,
I will say this. You're wigging, you're crashing out, but I've literally.
Hey, yo,
I will say
and
this.
it's an abnormal.
I don't know if it was some dude or somebody they were calling her ugly, and like she is pretty. I'll give her that.
Oh shit, Glenn Lawrence was over there? That's crazy.
Oh, that man, like the three middle were thirsty as fuck when she was talking, bro.
Really? Glenn was?
Yes.
Glenn, what are you doing, homie? You're
Wait,
married.
Alex used to be a mod. Alex used to be a mod at CT's.
Yeah.
Did she act the same way over there?
Yes.
I wonder why she fucking stopped being a mod at CT's. It's crazy.
Because she went MA.
The greatest thing
MIA
about
for a
choice
while.
is like the woman's right to choose. You know, getting pregnant in the
really,
military.
anal so over sexualized is stupid.
You don't even know. You haven't
No,
even
you
seen.
need to cut it.
Periods. Like crazy.
The talking points is just so easy. I just love how the talk.
Have I not
Here we
been,
go.
like, crazy as fuck?
I just love how the talk. I just love how the speech and the talking points is just so easily distracting.
You're
It's,
welcome.
it's crazy.
Call the
How easily
conversation.
distracted people are. It's crazy.
It's all the
It's after party,
conversation.
man.
It's
Give
the
us a break.
forum.
Well, no,
I
because we grab the topics we like and then run with them. That's the
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
ain't
like,
worried about the draft
here's
either.
here's the part about that, Hoover. They run with it, but they don't think about it.
I was going to answer that question. Me, not really.
Unironically, bro. That's what I said when I was talking. Like, y'all motherfuckers need to stop simping. Like, she's pretty, but like y'all ain't got to simp over these bitches. Like, it's fucking retarded. Y'all sitting here letting this girl talk about gape and all this nasty ass shit and acting like y'all want that shit, bro. Why would you want a fucking beat up roast beef sandwich, bro? That is disgusting to me, and I do realize now why Sharon's panel called me black. I get it now.
True.
Oh, I mean, yes, I'm aware that if some shit were to.
Oh, by the way, I have the pass now. Me and Dusty was on somebody's panel. I think it was CT's when Bob was hosting last night or night before last, and some of the blackity blacks thought I was black. So I have the pass now. I can say it on YouTube.
We go down.
I'm gonna let this play, and I'll be right back. I gotta do.
But at the same time, I mean, I'm already prepared on how to avoid it because I refuse.
I've thought about it. It's not just talking points for me. I don't want to poison the well either. So I'm gonna let this play. All right, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention because this is where me and Rezla, we don't have beef. I have nothing against Rezla. I like Rezla, but I'm getting sick and tired of. I'm not gonna poison the well. Just watch it, and you'll see. Me, I thought about it. 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna crap myself. Do some shit.
Nice. Good fever dream. Not changing shit.
Rez.
Resla, you could say it's not changing shit, but what we have now in society is nothing more than just an abnormality.
I know it's bad.
It's not, dude. I'm not even making the argument that it's bad. It's an abnormality. We have a society. We have a society that's unattainable.
You're preaching to the world who does not give a shit.
Yeah, they'll give it, and they'll give a shit as soon as shit cracks. It is starting to crack. We see the crack.
No, everybody gives a shit when it's too late.
Exactly. You'll wait until your death, but waiting for when women will go and sit in your life and say, "You were right. You were right."
Rez,
when have you?
Bro, do you know you're wigging? You're crashing out. But I've literally had people come to tell me, and I'm right.
When have women ever said that you were right?
Go ahead. Stop. Orthodox, I wish you had seen my fucking monologue. You're making my point. You have already failed, and some dude has already failed earlier today. You guys are making my point.
Fail shit.
Okay.
I just want to know when.
What does the title of my show say?
No.
Dumb people do dumb shit, like dumb shit.
I might have failed that.
Smart people believe dumb shit.
Can I ask
you
a question?
That was the last one, too.
Smart people are dumb.
Please ask this guy a question.
But here's my question: when has any guy ever heard a woman say, "I'm sorry, you were right"?
Who cares?
Lawrence.
So do we know that's never going to happen,
I'll
Resla?
tell my husband that.
I'm not looking for that.
Lawrence.
I don't give a shit about an apology.
I do.
An apology. Wait. Stop. An apology doesn't fix anything. Results do.
Exactly. I don't care. Don't tell me you're sorry. Show me you're sorry.
Okay, but as a woman, if someone
No.
Oh, here we go. Validation.
Respectfully, Hoover, as a woman, all we ever start seeing is sorries. We don't see enough results from women.
Oh, fuck me running.
Wait, you chill out, sweetheart.
This is true.
Yo, I want to tell you, how many of y'all
Too
ever
many
been
sorries,
shot at?
not enough actual action.
No,
sorries, not enough.
How many have y'all ever been
maybe
shot
5.
at?
I maybe got 5 from him.
Have you ever been shot at?
Alexander, you better come over here and do that over here. I want to watch.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna
No, I don't get shot at. What do you think?
Bro, I've been shot at, and I'm not even in the military.
Like, get fast. I've been shot at.
Me too. Yeah.
I was totally.
Thank you.
You're not
This is
special
not
for making it
fair.
hard.
Miss Lady, sit down, please.
Okay.
You're protected from us.
Oh my God, it's this shit here where I turn around and say again, because instead of actually, this is why I say smart people believe dumb shit. The smart people easily start falling into tropes, narratives, talking points, and they stop thinking because they just start saying out their mouth instantly all the shit they were already indoctrinated to say. You're making my point.
The truth that I've already lived.
That's a good
You
word.
said nothing new. Nothing new.
I have not made your point about anything.
No, you have. You just don't know because you weren't here to listen to when the fuck I made the point. But I know. You're too smart to say anything stupid. You're too smart to be wrong.
E-drama.
No, indoctrination
I
is
say
a
dumb
big
shit all the
word,
time.
bro. Indoctrination. You
Like,
gotta
you
elaborate.
don't even know what I said earlier. But everybody says I'm right. You literally made my point earlier.
What's your point? What did you say? What's your take on it?
I'm gonna say go back and read because literally I made a whole big thing about it. How people say particular things, how people move, how people talk about particular things. Love to be comfortable in the fucking very shit that they only know about, but they actually rip. Ooh,
in a bubble, in a straight fucking bubble.
nigga, you one of them because you done it too. The fuck are we talking about
in
here?
my bubble. I know where my lane is.
All right, yeah, I'm not gonna poison the well, but y'all see where I'm coming from. Y'all seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Y'all see what I'm about to say? I ain't trying to poison the well. Y'all know. I want y'all to take everything y'all know about me, what y'all see me on stream, and I want you to see this, Bumpkin, because you're kind of a neutral party. You really don't know Resla, and you will tell me how it is, even though you're my friend. You'll tell me when I'm getting annoyed. Me and you have that rapport. I want you to tell me your honest opinions, and I want to invite the chat to come up and tell me their honest opinions about this when it's over. And I think it's got another 10, 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
And I steer clear.
It's not funny. It's not sad. It's just I
In
see
my
it all the
car.
time. And the only thing I ask is for what everybody else, not you guys who like to start streams, not you guys who like to be on panels, for the people sitting in the chat. I tell them,
EA, what are you talking about? I'm from the South. Everybody says y'all down here.
I'm not even from the South, and I say y'all.
It's literally our thing. Like, it's what the South. It's one of the things the South is known for. But you know what? You're right, EA. I am a black man. Us niggas, we gotta stay together, right?
You can't say I'm a black man, and then when people ask what you look like, say I look like Bumpkin with long hair. That's just you're just calling me black with extra steps. Stop that.
Well, you are black. You a nigga. You one of us, bruh.
Nah, shit, man. I'm a white person. I'm from space and shit. Do we play the meme now? No, keep playing the video. Keep playing the video.
Stop just fucking taking everything at face value because you got so used to seeing people and actually start thinking and question them. And here's the funny part about it, because I said it several times, and people, even in the chat, try to call me.
That part right there. He just said question them, right? He don't like it when you question them, but I'm not gonna poison the well, y'all, for y'all's own opinions.
Yeah, he says you don't have a southern accent. What the okay.
You are literally the only person in my life that has ever told me I don't have a southern accent. EAE. Literally, even southern people say I have a southern accent.
From the south of what? Afghanistan, Woody? What's going on?
He from the south side. He from the south side of Cabal. Calm down. Calm down, OBB.
What's up, Moxie?
Me as well.
Hey, Moxalicious.
Well, Wrestler, what about nigga? You weren't listening. I said me as well.
Everything.
Yo, hold on. Let me talk to the homie real quick. Let me talk.
Oh, but when I tell people to do their own research when they ask me for a source, they get mad at me.
Relax for one
I
second.
even question whether or not Resla is really black.
Facts.
Oh,
I talked about that. Wait, Hoover, I talked about that.
See, that's that weirdo shit, Lawrence.
That's
funny
though.
Man, y'all made me forget what I was going to say.
Sheldon. I love him. I respect the Sheldon. I think
literally
you're super smart.
Hey, yo, don't fuck with the homie Rez. Don't fuck with the.
Inshallah, you guys aren't married.
Like y'all really have not say anything that I have not already mentioned.
I know. I watched the monologue. That's why I'm doing
Hey,
this.
yo, bro, you picked the best.
I'm a little late, my BC, but okay.
Hey man, hold on.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't really care what you say because.
Hey, yo, hold on, Orthodox.
I think what I think.
Because you think you're already right, so that's why.
And that right there is what started it. He kicked me. A free thinker and free speech dude kicked me.
It doesn't matter what I say. You're already right. So I'll just drop it right there. That's all right. Because I'm looking to already kill it. We've already been doing 9 hours. I'm done. And
by the way, he in fact did not kill it. So y'all, I went away for a little bit because my Uncle Flo was streaming, and I would rather talk to Flo than this. But then I'm like, something got on me, and it bugged me. So I came back like 5 minutes later. Boy, those birds really got replaced with that train.
Yeah, I'm about to mute up. Sorry, chat. A train conductor is killing my translucent route.
All right, so I come back in about 2 or 3 minutes because like I wonder what he's talking, and I say some shit. I was gonna share it in the comments because I had this page left open at the right spot. Unfortunately, I can't share all my comments, but you already know what I pretty much said. I like to be a shitster when people are talking shit on me. So we're actually I'm hearing this for the first time as well.
I'm not gonna sit here and just like. So now I have to sort of drum around everything to make you feel better, or so that you can find any reason to want to just argue with me. I'm like, 9 hours. I got a whole bunch of shit I can be working on. Like we're not.
Never once tried to argue with the man. Just told him I didn't care what anybody thinks. I'm going to think what I think. This is the man that says he wants a discussion. By the way, he wants to talk. And this will come up. This will come up later on.
We're not doing this.
Do your thing, bro.
Like
you know,
your
already know
can.
what it is,
You
though.
work on the can.
Yeah, like
You
my
always
You notice how the panel becomes like an immediate hug box, like an immediate like nut hugger or clam grabbing fucking hug box.
My black,
we always
whatever.
hear, though.
We're done. We're done. We're done. The stream is done, guys. You
are in fact not done.
You came up here. You did what you do. Some of you guys came up here. Some of you did not. I'm gonna close it out now. Properly, because I'm way past whatever it needs to do, and I still got to work on a whole bunch of other stuff. This is the only day that I have off. This
you know what? That's mighty white of you. That's mighty white of you.
Wow! Wow!
I get 10% good today.
I just love the face, the facial expression. Just
yeah. See, Lawrence, you're becoming an asshole.
Wait. The point is that this is all you've been doing, going around these streets, just trying to argue. I'm just not interested. Like, take that energy somewhere else.
Lawrence is
ain't nobody trying to argue. We are having a discussion. Dude don't want a discussion. He wants a one-way hug box.
Yo.
We'll go over there in a sec. Too early in the morning. You've been doing that a lot of places you go. I'm just not interested.
But that's the thing. And he's trying to say that I go to argue to a lot of places. Where do I go? I do my own stream. I stream with you. I stream with Flo.
Yep.
I don't argue with Flo. Flo's a dictator. Every libertarian's a dictator when they have their own shit.
Oh yeah, inside every libertarian's a failed dictator, and Flo hates that I say that.
Well, I mean, I love Flo to death, dude. I like Flo. I like Flo
too.
Guy.
Flo is fair. You know, he has a certain rules. Jay Prince ain't gonna let us up on his live, bro. There ain't no way.
Well, who all do I argue with? The only person I've argued with is Sharon, and that's because it's fun to argue with Black YouTube.
Yeah.
So this dude is either projecting or talking shit he doesn't know.
Exactly.
Now, I did go argue on CT's panel, but what the fuck do you think CT's panel is for? I was drunk as fuck the past 2 days on there talking shit.
I don't argue. Here's the thing. This is my standard. If I'm not fucking you, feeding you, or funding you, I'm not arguing with you.
That is a fact.
Again, all this panel agreement, this kumbaya bullshit, this goes to prove my point of what I tell him later. You just want a fucking hug box. You don't want an actual discussion. You want to have an intellectual butthole sniffing contest with people who agree with you on the things that you want to talk about. That's fine. That's your channel. If that's what you want, that's fine. But don't bitch. No, he doesn't have me confused with Imperius. He knows who Imperius is. He is Resla. I like Resla. Resla's a cool dude. Let me preface everything what I'm saying. But it's time somebody stood and called him out for his bullshit. He wants to have these quote-unquote discussions, but he doesn't want anybody to be on the other side of the discussion, it seems like. Because you would have to watch his content for at least a month and a half. Because like I picked up on this quick because I came in when Locksmith Jeremy and Brick Jonesy was trying to get Resla to do fund his stream and talk about what he should do with his stream. And I listened to them go back and forth for 6 hours, and Resla's telling them exactly what he wants. Resla says he wants one thing and does shit the exact opposite way of what he wants it done, or he does nothing at all. And then he gets mad at his audience and his panel for his own failures is what's going on. And that's my exact feelings on the matter.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Oh, by the way, he did. They all did, in fact, argue with me.
And I get it. People want to move around, and they just want to, like, not for nothing. And this is not even a shot at him, but like, and I said this early, even in my stream, like, some of y'all, like, y'all good people, but you just don't have good hearts.
Hey man, I got good hearts, and you know
that's
like
true. That's 100 fact right there.
I don't like none of y'all motherfuckers, so fuck y'all all, and I'm gone.
Cool. But I said it's like some of y'all probably are good people.
I love y'all.
And I'm gonna say it again. You're probably good people, but you just don't have good hearts. So when you move in areas, you move with really negative intentions.
Do you think that
it is what it is? It's not personal. It's just that you have an agenda.
You said y'all, and I'm like, I'm right here right now. So I'm like,
Hey, and I'm gonna say this like I said to other people: if it don't apply, let it fly. But if you feel a certain way, hit dogs holler.
No, I was just asking, do you feel that way about me? Because I'm right here right now.
Well, do you feel the way about it? Because if you do, that must be something about the way you
feel like you are fucking
let it
awesome.
fly. Then let it fly, Hoover. Let it fly. Let it go. Let it go. Like, what are we doing here? I
you're cool beans in my book.
I can't do this with everybody because a lot of people move here and they want to just do it for the sparkle, for the being disingenuous to just try to spark up something. Stop. Because if you're not willing to have a legit conversation, if you're just here to just all about get your shit out, and I keep saying this about me, it's not about you. I do this. I've been up for so long, and I even let y'all cook and a lot of shit. And I say, you know what? The whole time I'm looking at the audience.
I do have to tell you, thank you for that.
I look at the audience. You see me. I was in the chat and talking with people. It's not about you personally. My shows are not about you. You can always start a stream whenever you want to.
You made me realize that. Because I would get ready to say, I think, and I'm like, it's not about me. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop that I stuff.
I started literally my whole stream talking about y'all and who you watch, but most of all, focus on yourself. Because too many of y'all just start focusing on other people and you don't think it for yourself. That's literally been the whole thing of my entire stream. And then people come up here and they start doing what? Focusing on themselves. Focusing on themselves because they want attention. I didn't do this for your attention. He came up here like Orthodox came up here and he said, well, like no one tells me I'm wrong. Wow, you literally made one of my points.
Now, did I say that no one tells me I'm wrong in this? I remember distinctly telling him that people have come back and told me that I was right about things.
Yeah, exactly.
And and here's the thing with Rizlan. I keep telling him everything is a projection. It seems like everything that he says about people is either he's conflating what other people have done to him or his own feelings, he's projecting them onto the person he's talking to.
True.
Of course, especially if people see you enough to just say, oh, I think that you're smart. So now you think that you're smart because enough people told you that you're smart. Stop.
I will not stop thinking I'm smart because it took me forever to actually have the self-confidence to think I was smart. I did not start thinking I was intelligent till in my mid-20s because I've seen how fucking stupid everyone else was. And I don't think I'm the smartest person either. I just think I'm slightly more intelligent than the average person. So no, Rizla, I don't think I will.
I just think I'm fucking goofy, and when I know you're drinking, I'll come up here. And when you're doing something that you're trying to talk about, then I stand.
You should go back. You should go back. You said that. People tell you that you're not wrong. You said that.
I mean, to be fair,
I know there's a right time and a wrong time. It's like have manners.
A lot.
I see, and right here is where he starts crashing out at me and literally calls me. Yeah, you'll see.
A lot of people don't know time and place. A lot of people.
Don't take up real estate just to take up real estate on a panel.
A lot of people don't listen. No, this is not a shut up. A lot of people. It's not. I'm not talking about him in general, Orthodox, whatever. A lot of people do this. Time and place. A lot of people they'll come up. They don't understand what's going on or whatever, and they do this shit. And I tell them like, just stop. Just can you take your time at least to just figure out what's going on? And a lot of people come in and they have no idea what's going on, but they want to believe that they're special. So therefore, regardless of where they are, regardless of where they go, they can figure shit out.
Anyway, that's what you have to do as a human. It's not thinking that you're special. You have to move, jive, and operate to your own accord everywhere you go. That's not being argumentative. That's literally just doing what humans do in just a living situation.
Right.
And I'm like, I really try to have conversation with people. I really be trying not to debate, but everybody seems to think that every conversation is a fucking. You know what? He just made my point. I just seen it right now. People who come in and try to make everything a fucking debate, and I'm like, you make my point. I'm not trying to fucking debate, but you know who does this? What makes you different from Melanie Cosmic Fox? Because I have to repeat myself every fucking week, and Melanie Cosmic Fox does exactly what the fuck you just did.
That bitch is annoying.
How are you different from the trans fox right now? You're doing exactly what the trans fox does. How are you two different now?
Pause it.
Stop while you're ahead. Stop while you're ahead.
Are annoying.
Well, to be kind of, I mean, if I may, I'll put just a tiny kind of point.
Wait. Hold on. Go ahead.
You're gonna
Go
call
ahead.
me. You're gonna call me Melanie.
Go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead,
The only
go ahead.
thing that I've done is
Go ahead.
be on the discussion. Like you want to have, a discussion. I've been on the other side of that discussion because if you have a discussion, there has to be two parts of it. Your side and the other side, and that's all. All I was on the other side. You booted me. It is what it is. Somebody who doesn't want to debate, you sure as fuck use debate pro tactics.
I'm not trying to debate.
You have a nice night. I'll see you later.
You didn't have to really do about all that stuff and announce yourself or whatever. I didn't even understand it. Like, again, how many times I have to keep announcing? Now, apparently, you were told this ahead of time, and yet you come up and you do this shit. I don't run a debate channel, and yet you came up to debate me. You came up to have to make your point.
I know I said it in chat the other day, but thanks for having my friend lined up.
You come to make your point when we were not having a debate. We were just having a conversation, and I followed the ebb and flow of the topic, and I said something he didn't agree with. It didn't.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Don't have open panels then. Right? Resla. Hey, Resla, you want to solve your solution? Only drop the panel link to people that you specifically want up there. And then have your hug box. But don't get fucking mad when you have an open panel and people disagree or with something you say.
Yeah, this was this morning though. It was last night's stream, but he went into like 5, 6 o'clock this morning. And I was up there this morning at the very end.
God damn, this is like the most bitch behavior I've ever seen, bro. I don't want to debate. But I'm gonna boot you off my panel when I disagree. Oh my god, bro. I think chairman of the board is from Speakeasy's show. And
I'm not Orthodox, brother. I'm just a Christian.
Yeah. He's mad trying to troll in the chat. It's okay though.
Bro, you just gotta tell people to get better material.
That's true. Get better material.
He could not contain himself. He had to come up and make.
Like I couldn't contain myself. What, by participating in? You literally had a bitch on panel saying she wanted to be gaped by two dudes, but yet you say you want to have intelligent fucking conversations, and you say I can't contain myself because I'm following the ebb and flow and I disagree with you, and you start yelling, and I'm like, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna think what I think. And you get mad at me, but you'll like play along with the white girl who's saying she wants to get gaped. Yeah,
which is wild.
Alex in this chat, like the reason I was being very careful how far back I went. She was going on and on and on for like a fucking hour about how she wanted to get gaped and how she wanted to get pink socked and take 2 or 3 dicks, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck, bro? This shit's gross. I kind of said it, and people can make fun of me if they want. I said, you remind me of my ex, and they were like, you walked in. I'm like, nah, bro. I was the one doing it. But the simple fact is, you were like, I said, the brokenness, the way you fucking act. Like this bitch was fucking talking filthy, and that's the thing. I can't tell if she's joking or doing it for attention.
She has to be doing it for attention, bro.
I don't know. My ex would joke, but she wouldn't say that shit in public. She'd make sick, crass jokes, but she wouldn't say that shit in public. I don't know. And she was talking about how she's got trauma and shit. I'm like, bro, fuck off. But
I've got trauma. Now let me tell you how I want to be fucking gaped for like
be traumatized, be literally abused.
Yeah. Yeah, women are crazy, bro. I don't like. I really. Was that Alex that was doing that?
Yeah, it was Alex.
Ah, dude, she's so fucking nasty. I can't stand Alex.
I got to clip me and her back and forth because she said I was a little dick faggot, and I just was like, you know what? You can have it. I got you. I'll be that.
Yeah.
I wound up making her leave. Flows.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, it doesn't matter if you had a little dick or a big dick, homie. It sounds like you weren't hitting the walls either way from the sound of it.
I wanted to go much harder than I did on her at Flo's channel, but I do like Alex. Alex is funny. And like I said, I don't know if she's being real or she's just doing it for attention or she's just trying to be funny. So, I don't know. I was going to call her the cock whisperer on Flo's channel.
Thank you, Moxie. Thank you. By the way, money me. Give me money. Money me. Give me moolahs. Money.
Self-centered.
Okay, cool.
I mentioned ego earlier in this shit.
Well, I'll tell you,
Why?
Hoover, I do like Mike. He's
Here. This nigga Brick. I will poison the well. This nigga Brick has to be the biggest. I don't know who's trying to gobble Resla's dick more, Alex or Brick.
he seems intelligent enough.
I was so embarrassed when he came up here with the
I would honestly,
nickname.
I would have I would not have been bothered. Me personally, no one needs to be like me. I wouldn't have bothered.
But is it safe to say that
Had
like
to come up because he had to have the last word. Ego.
Wait, is Clay Foundation's Brick?
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not
Oh my god, I know this guy. He was over on Speakeasies. Yeah, he's a retard. Yeah, he's an actual idiot.
Mhm.
He's like one of those fucking like.
Oh, this man literally tried to slip in a philosophical debate about if heaven and hell was the same thing.
Yeah.
Stream, mind you.
Same
And it was like during, because I said, oh my god, this is fucking hell, when she was going on about how she wanted to get gaped. And he had to slip it. Is heaven and hell the same thing? I'm like, Brick, I've told Brick in the back chat. For those of you who don't know, I am a National Socialist fascist. I'm very authoritarian. I'm very rough around the edges. I don't care if people believe me or not. I've had some encounters, and I looked at Brick because Brick was talking mad cash money shit, and I'm like, Brick, if I ever got my way into my society, there would be no room for you in that society. People like you disgust me and annoy me.
Yeah.
Well, it's my own fault, Gimpy. I will give you that, because I thought Resla and the people that were over there, a lot of them, I knew Alex was the way she was from the way she acted, but I thought she just wanted attention from good guys. Apparently, these people are not good people.
I'm not trying to defend that dude. I don't know that dude.
I just got quiet. I said, let me just let him fly off a bit. Just let him go.
Yeah. I do that between us. I know it's ego. So I already know.
There's the nut hugging of the panel right here. It's ego. It's ego. The motherfucker. Here's the rule. The first motherfucker to bring up ego is the egotistical narcissist.
So true. Because if it was ego, you wouldn't have bounced yourself off the panel.
No, I was prepared to let it go, but then he said this.
I do it at home.
You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, good, nice guy, smart guy. But when I'm seeing particular shit, I'm like, this is not what it's about.
No,
this is not what it's about.
When you're discussing a topic and not debating, that
when you're discussing a topic, you're debating, you dumb fucks. You're just not arguing. That's the difference. Is the argumentation.
When we're discussing a topic, what happens when someone disagrees with said topic? Are you just not allowed to disagree? Is that what we're doing now?
That's why I say ultimately, this is my. I'm not gonna wait to give my take. I've showed enough. This is why I ultimately think that Resla and Brick, specifically both of them, are vapid, false, or pseudo intellectuals
Yeah.
who care more about intellectual mental masturbation and esoteric intellectual butthole sniffing than actually having a conversation or a debate. I love Resla to death as a person, but there are some mental problems there that I'm not going to try to diagnose because I'm not a therapist. But with the way he treats the panel, goes off on the panel, goes off on the audience, it's like, oh, I don't have to suffer you. I'm starting to agree with Nightish. I think that this is an act. I think that it is the way he does, and it is something that is going to fail, ultimately. And if you go to the chat, I don't know if the chat is in on it, but it's always, always, always him going off on the fucking chat, and then there's always a fucking hug box. That's funny. Get better material though, because it's old.
That probably means you're trying to reach a logical conclusion. Probably. Not all.
This man just said a logical conclusion. Brick doesn't believe that thoughts are real.
What?
Yeah. Brick Jonesy or Clay Foundations does not believe that thoughts are real. Yeah, he's actually said that.
The fuck does that even mean?
Bruh, ask him. He's the one that's being the esoteric butthole sniffer. I mean, look at him. Like this man, the minute I leave and he senses any, he doesn't like me because I don't tolerate his fucking esoteric asshole sniffing. But you're gonna see he gets really petty and bitchy.
Always, but most likely. If it makes sense, why argue against it?
Oh wait, he said, "Look, if you want a hug box, just say it." No, how about you know where you're at? There's a time and there's a place for everything, and apparently this is not that channel.
Know where you're at. Just code for I want a hug box.
He wants a hug box.
I don't want to say I want a hug box because the groups and people I associate with will flame the fuck out of me, and I can't handle that. But if you say you want a discussion, and then I don't know if you're talking to me or chairman of the board. I care because it's content and it's funny. Everybody likes drama. If you're talking to chairman of the board or anyone else, I don't know. But yeah, he literally just wants a hug box.
Oh yeah.
No, and I've been said it's not that channel, and yet you come up, you even had plenty of backside conversation and everything to know what kind of channel it is, and yet you come up and you do this shit. So
the hug box. I did, and I did nothing but what he asked. I had a conversation. I literally disagreed. Told him I don't care what he says because I disagree. Because he was trying to. Here's the thing. Him and Brick, or at least Resla, cannot be confident in their arguments. So they passive aggressively try to debate you instead of actually full on debating. This is what's happening here. They're trying to set it up and gauge it where it's a discussion if they lose, so it's not a debate. And this is what you're witnessing.
So who's being disingenuous at this point? If you understand what the channel
until this, and by the way, that just clicked in my mind. So up until I just said that, the question he asked who's being disingenuous, I didn't think anybody was. I thought it was just a misunderstanding. But now I think Resla is being disingenuous, and from now on, I'm going to act accordingly.
channel's about, and you even reiterated to other people what the channel's about, but yet you come up and you do the dumb shit and the different shit that other people do. Who's the one being deceitful at this point?
You, because you're telling people you want a discussion, and when you're given that discussion, you whine and bitch because what you really want is a hug box.
That wouldn't be me. If you already state to other people what my channel's about and the way I want to go about it.
Notice he says already, because I've been watching him for a month and a half, and I've been talking to him. whenever my advice is asked for, I give it. So, I mean, these fucking these fucking Andrew ortho bros is wild. Moxie, we just went over it. You're lagging behind.
Would you come up and?
As discussion is it? Go ahead, Bumpkin.
Here's the thing about chairman of the board. He isn't. This is his thing, right? He specifically trolls chats. This is his thing. He will occasionally jump on the speakeasies, but like he is a chat troll. This is just what he does, bro.
It's not good at it though. He should get better material.
I know it's like that boomer humor.
Not even boomer humor. It's like dry, unfunny humor that is funny the more they can repeat it.
Right. Or they think it's funny the more they can repeat it.
Yeah. That's not funny. But no, Moxie, a discussion is a debate. It's just not an argument. Because a debate is a discussion mixed with an argument. Right? That's the only thing you're lacking for a discussion to be a debate. So while you're technically correct, it's still a discussion. What the fuck ever? Alright? I'm not imperious. I'm not going to argue with you. A discussion is a debate minus the argumentation. And besides, who the fuck cares if it's not a debate? Who the fuck cares? Because the point of the matter is you can have a discussion and have two totally different sides of that discussion. What happens when those sides meet? You get somebody who's whiny and tries to end the discussion, or you get somebody who's aggressive who tries to have a debate. What happened here is somebody who doesn't want to admit that they are whiny. He doesn't want to have a discussion. He wants a fucking hug box. That's my point, Moxie. I mean, why are you making it that deep, darling? Why are you having an essay? Men are talking. All right, men are talking. We'll leave it at that. Men are talking. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, Bumpkin, tell you, take over. I've done gotten emotional in my feelings about this shit.
I don't get it, bro. Moxie, here's the thing, right? Yes, you can have a discussion, but as soon as someone disagrees with a statement, then it becomes a debate. It's not something that you can really control or moderate. That section you can't moderate. If they don't want that, then it is a hug box. They don't want dissenting opinions in the discussion, then it is a hug box. I don't really quite understand what the malfunction here is.
It's that technicality fucking bullshit, and then people want to go, it's not that deep, but yet they want to argue with you.
It's not that deep, but let me hair split.
Yeah. That shit gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get disrespectful, Moxie. I appreciate you watching and viewing, but like I don't like hair splitting, and I guess I'm getting hangry. It's time for breakfast. I'm gonna play some more of this video.
And do something differently.
No, Moxie, you can disagree with me all day.
But guess what you two are having right now?
A debate.
A debate.
Moxie, darling, if you want to woo bang from the chat, why don't you come on up and then we can discuss it up here? That's actually why I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, drop the link.
I mean, you don't have to agree with me. You can say, oh, Resla's right in this if you want. That's not what I want. I want people to recognize that this person says they want a discussion, they don't want a debate, they want this or that, but they actually want a hug box and they're disguising. Somebody's about to lose their wrench. See? Chairman of the board. This is how you fucking troll. Take notes from Moxie. She has been able to derail and fucking make me laugh and
Oh,
fucking
this.
be a smartass all from the fucking chat. Take fucking notes. Fucking touche. Good on you, Moxie. Good job. Good job on you. That was fun. That was chef's kiss. I was in serious streamer mode because of this, and I was wanting to present drama, and she fucking got me. You are good. I'll give you that. You are good.
If you of all people who said you've been doing this for a while understand what I'm looking at, why would you do it? Unless
hold on, I'll let him.
You just want to do what you want to do.
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna do what I want to do no matter where I'm at. If I want to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you. If you don't want to talk to me, don't let me on stream.
Don't make it an open panel.
That's what I don't understand right here.
I think this stemmed from the Keeper of the Lore stream.
That's what I thought.
I think that he didn't like the fact that we were watching one of his live streams back. I don't think he liked that. I hate to say that, but I think he also hated the fact that, I mean, I was one that specifically gave him a lot of pushback when he came over on stream.
See, I like Resla as a person. I think he's an intelligent individual, but I think that he wants a hug box, and he wants a hug box from semi-intelligent people, at least people who can string big words together. When this stream's over, I'm gonna edit it on my channel, and I'm gonna at him, and I'm gonna give a timestamp and pin it in the comments when we start talking about it, because I stand 10 toes down on anything and everything I say when it's actually real. And this is a real discussion about my opinions on what happened this morning. Oh Lord. Please, I hope you do better. I hope you do better than you did here.
Yeah. Go find a Bible study to troll. Yeah, you're really doing a lot of good work there.
So we got 7 more minutes.
Could have at least hit the cash app on your way out, dickhead. All right.
Which means it was all about you.
It wasn't about me. This is how you know the narcissism is a thing too. Like, it's not about me. It's all about you. It's like, it's an open panel, bro. It's a discussion, quote unquote. You know?
Okay, that was a good one that he just hit me with.
Yeah, that was a banger.
That was a banger.
I feel like you.
Money,
Also,
me,
bro,
give me
Yeah,
money.
here's the nut huggery from Brick. I want everyone to pay special attention to Brick. Like, this shit right here.
Getting it twisted, because the thing
Yeah.
is you're acting like.
Now, mind you, by the way, you know how Reza will always talk about people telling him what to do with his channel? Brick is the main motherfucker trying to tell him how to run his channel. Telling him that he doesn't need to accept bounties. That he needs to do, that if he accepts bounties, he won't be there. That motherfucker the motherfucker who's crying on top, saying he doesn't want people to tell him how to run his channel. They're both talking shit on your boy now.
You left. No, it's the other way around. You got kicked, bro.
You got kicked, bro. The free speech advocate is like trying to talk mad shit. I did get kicked. But then when I came back and said my piece, I left. There is no debate there. That's what happened. And now you've got this motherfucker. Brick always says you're part of the cool kids club when you start talking. Like, he's the little nerd that got shoved in the locker. He's very jealous and angry of anybody who can get along and have a social life. And you could tell he projects that onto people. and this is something I've called out because I've just never liked Brick from day one. He seems like a rat to me, and I'm on my bullshit again, so I'm calling everybody out and just staying the fuck away from people because I learned my lessons giving people chances.
It's 10 toes down.
You did get kicked. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
And here's the thing. Maybe you were trying to make some valid point, but you were going about it real shitty, in my opinion. That's my humble opinion.
This little bitch who won't say that shit to me when I'm actually on stream gets real fucking hush mouth when I'm talking. Waits until there's a problem to then voice his opinion. Brick's a fucking coward. My thing is most libertarians are cowards. They actually don't. They're actually too afraid to tell you their real political beliefs, so they try to tell you they stand up for your rights and believe in your rights. That's my honest opinion. Brick's one of those libertarians. Bricks is probably a fucking socialist, like a real Marxist motherfucker. You want to know the truth about it. That's what I'm saying, Moxie.
Yep.
He didn't even have nothing to do with me getting kicked. And how the fuck, if you want a discussion, and I'm talking to you, yeah, we see you. Yeah, you did a little misspelling, but we wasn't gonna be. We're not. I'm not that type of Nazi.
That's a crazy statement. Holy fuck.
Oh, ew, grammar Nazis? No, I'm not that type of Nazi. But no,
I just hate minorities. I'm
Bumkin, no, I don't even hate minorities. I'm just ambiguous to them. I think I'm getting the word right.
Someone's gonna clip me saying that as a joke and just use.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna clip it just like I'm gonna clip Flo telling everybody he had cancer.
That's funny.
No, he was talking about how people are gonna clip him saying he has cancer, and he was doing it as a joke for those of you. So don't worry about Flo. He was joking because he needed to. Somebody said something about grifting harder because somebody was out grifting him, and he was making fun of someone who actually tried to pull the cancer card. And then he was making a joke, and then he said somebody's gonna clip it. I said, yeah, I'm gonna clip it. So I have to clip it, make it into a short, and add him.
He has cancer. The only thing that can save him is money.
Yeah, you gotta go send Flo some money, like right now.
Actually, you gotta send me some money, like right now.
So you can send it to Flo later.
No.
Do a double, triple Omega grift.
Holy shit! Right?
All right, let's watch some more of this. And you see that fucking smug face. He's gotta know what he's doing. Nightish is right.
Saying, I don't care about your stinking couch topic.
And that's not even what I said. I said I don't care what you say. Bro, what was the topic? How to gape Alex? The fucking color of her lower intestine? There was no topic. Y'all motherfuckers were so off topic.
I bet that shit's milky because how many guys have been up in that?
No, that's the problem, bro. I hate people like this. I hate these type of fucking people. They obfuscate and they fucking bitch and complain.
Like basically came in with the energy to debate.
Honestly, guys, you don't have to do that. You don't. Again, you're making your own particular point, but you don't have to do that. I don't want to make it seem like then he left and he can't even really defend himself, whatever, because he came back up. If he's gonna leave, let him leave on his strong point. I'm gonna let him leave on his.
And by this time, the hug box, everybody wanting to say their piece, had actually pissed me off. So I was talking fucking cash money shit in the chat.
Strong point. That's it.
No, I mean I'm getting what you're saying, Rez. I was just defending you as far as like
no, don't bother. Let him leave on his point. He came up. He said we had to say let him leave on his point.
Okay,
that's it.
Okay,
that's it. He of all people know what I want, and yet he came up and did. So he came up. He expounded his point after I kicked him.
I came up and gave it. This is the fucking problem. This is what makes me mad about Rezla. I came up and gave the motherfucker what he wanted. I gave him the ortho dick. I let him call me fucking daddy. I gave the motherfucker what he wanted. I gave him a discussion. That's what pisses me off. This is the one thing that pisses me off about Rezla. He says this stupid shit all the fucking time. I gave him what he fucking wanted, what he's been begging for, a discussion. I've always given him a discussion when I come up. He wants a goddamn hug box, and it's fucking annoying.
Let him leave on his high note.
True.
He can leave feeling,
And then here's
moralistic
Brick.
about what.
Yeah, here's Brick. Here's Brick. True.
Yeah, can we please? We need a fucking soundboard for just choking on cock, bro. Every time Brick comes up on a panel, and you know what's crazy is he will specifically ride someone's cock the moment they boost you off. You good, Ortho?
Yeah. My bad. I was trying to play something for Brick.
We'll be playing for Brick.
There you go. This is whenever somebody boosts me off panel, this is what goes through Brick's mind.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do to make Brick happy.
Brick's feeling a little sussy.
This is Brick. This is Brick when me and him whenever me and him get in an argument, you know. Honestly, this is Brick 90% of the time when I come up on panel. he leaves like 90% of the time. He hits that Discord exit.
He said, and it's fine.
True.
It doesn't
But
change anything.
they're acting like I went up there and I just berated them with racial epithets.
And you were respectful.
No, we don't need to do this because I'm not going to debate with you. Again, you want to turn something into a debate. You're making the point by saying this. Nah, we can do this. You're making it exactly what I said was not supposed.
Nah, you don't want to.
But now you're changing up. You're reneging. You're being ignorant.
You can see what I said.
So
I told Brick I didn't say that.
That's all.
For someone who
You
doesn't
don't
want to
have
debate,
to make yourself an asshole.
if I
You
wanted to
choose
be
to be that 'cause you
antagonistic,
feel
I would have stayed and
comfortable
argued
there.
with
Stop.
everyone.
You don't need to.
Everything is projection. And I said, you want a fucking hug?
You don't need to. I'm saying you already left. You have the high ground. Obi-Wan, you're good. You can walk away with a
I told
W.
Brick, get his dick
You
out
said
of your
point.
mouth.
You don't need to go that far.
Job.
You don't need to be ugly.
Damn it. Who had the coins earlier? You said W. It made me think of that. Sorry.
Some dude.
It was some dude.
Notice how Glenn bounced
Some dude
out?
said he had a whole thing.
Yeah.
But keep in mind he hasn't shown shit, so don't get caught up in something you haven't seen.
670-foot yacht.
Giggity. Huh.
Oh.
And I was typing a long message here.
Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
I am still here and awake, by the way.
I mean, I'm just
How
saying.
are you? Oh, you've been very.
Now keep in mind, he was supposed to end it like 10 minutes ago.
He specifically kept it on just to talk shit. Honestly, he probably wanted this response from you, bro.
Probably.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying the guy. But I mean, when it came to people saying how much cart.
Oh, Mama's even lay down the fucking wall.
We
All right.
are
Jesus
When it
Christ.
came
So,
to-
I'm gonna do a quick job for everybody because I need to cut this back. And I'll get to you guys in a moment. Hold up here.
Now
So
here we
folks-
go. Here's my side. A one-sided discussion is a hug box, man. Fuck the high ground. Fuck a W. Integrity is the way. The second I left panel, it went into hug box mode.
As we're gonna end up this particular subject, even when I'm thinking about this particular thing in the end, which we're gonna let it rock with this the way it is.
The topic was smart people believe dumb shit too. Had nothing to do with what we were discussing when I went in there. I'm not gonna watch you monologue. Imperius has the highest ground. LOL. Y'all, please like and subscribe, or like and share the stream, please.
Like and share the stream. Send me money. A random
up,
independence in the back. What's up, man?
What's up? A random independent. We'll bring you back up in just
What's
a
up?
second.
Oh, all right, my bad.
We're gonna finish out this video, okay?
All right.
It's almost done, bro. It's almost done.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop treating intelligence like it's some moral compass. We really need to start walking away from that. A lot of people don't know what they're listening to, and a lot of people start thinking that the intelligence is, which is really just in a lot of people's faces, fake confidence. To be honest, I talked a lot about it even earlier today. There are brilliant people. Don't get me wrong. There are definitely brilliant people who can explain, like I said, the entire universe if they really put their minds to it. But that doesn't mean it's something that's set for everyone. It's really not. In the world that we have pretty much today, with all the noise, with all the algorithms, with all the fake outrage.
Is there 4 more
real
minutes?
Confusion, you cannot.
Yes, there are 4 more minutes of somebody who said they were going to end the stream, but kept it going to just talk shit about yours truly.
You're supposed to fucking end the stream 20 minutes ago.
They just gotta talk shit about me. It's all about me.
Oh my god, bro.
Hey, look, man, it's all about me. Reza, this is what Reza really thought he had.
Bro,
He thought
every
he did it.
time I have to look at a Resla stream, bro, this is what goes through my mind, bro. Legitimately, it just ends up as this.
I knew you was gonna play it.
Yeah. It just fucking just brain rot to me.
I actually like Rezla. I like going on Rezla's stream. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, I mean, listen, bro, I've only seen him in the wild, you know what I mean? At a distance, me and him have never had any problems. But everything that I've seen recently, bro, is not doing it. It's
That's the thing. Like, all of a sudden, he just started fucking like, bro. I guess somebody domed him in the head.
Don't
Like somebody had to fucking bop him in the head or something because he ain't acting right.
Cannot afford to let smart sounding people
Hit the link, Truism. Hit the link. I gotta get your opinion on this.
do your
yes,
thinking for
truism.
you, because they'll take you all the way to hell with a TED talk, with a nice sounding voice, with a ring light.
I mean, my voice is kind of shrill and annoying. I think this is what Rizla's doing. Everything is a projection.
If you let them, I know you're smarter than that. You can definitely be, and you always choose to be smarter than that, because we live in a world that's obsessed with smart people. Obsessed with smart people. Everyone wants to be the most correct, the most logical, the most well-read. But let's keep it real. Being smart ain't rare anymore, especially on these internet streets. Not with Google in your pocket, and damn for sure not with every damn podcaster or every influencer on a panel talking about them same mundane topic.
You know, this is the problem when you believe in like the esoteric butthole sniffing. You think that because somebody can string together big words and they talk about topics they don't really understand, you think that's intelligence. 90% of you people don't know the shit that you say. And that is a shot at Resla, that's a shot at Brick, that's a shot at 90% of YouTube. I personally, I know Bumpkin can, I know Jay Rillo can, I know Sasquatch can, I know Flo can. Let's see. Honestly, and the people that I know, Gar can, because I've talked to Gar a little bit about certain things on his channel.
Bro, what just happened?
I'm sorry.
You're good.
But like I know Gar can, Imperius definitely can, Truism can, Molly definitely can because she got me with that banger. But like most people can't even understand the shit they're talking about, and that shit gets on my nerves. We're gonna finish this out. I'm not gonna stop it and talk anymore.
It's on Earth, the most salacious ones. That's not a real flex anymore. Being self-aware is your real flex, because you can be smarter than what you pretend to be. And a lot of these other people are just holding on to really emotional immaturity. You can be smart. You don't need to be toxic as hell. You can be smart. And for a lot of people, you get to be smart and be dumb in a lot of different shit, in a lot of different areas, especially in the parts that matter to the world around you. People that you run into masters, the keys and rays out in the school.
Bro, he's really
while in there.
mastered. He's really mastered being able to say a lot without saying anything. What's up, a random independent? How you doing, buddy?
What's up? Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. I can't speak for Bumpkin, even though we're like the same person almost.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I wanna.
What, man? You know?
That's it, bro.
That's because you live up there where the sun barely shines.
It's gonna be 93 degrees today.
Oh yeah, y'all getting hit with a heat wave. Yeah, the Dakotas and Minnesota. I saw that.
Damn, it ain't even that hot where I'm at. I'm in the south. God.
Let them enjoy it because they just went through 6 months of hell.
Yeah, bro. I really okay. I don't like summer days, but I'm a really bad sucker for summer nights, bro. Summer nights are awesome.
Yeah. I remember one of the things that I thought was wild. So I'm from Ohio and I grew up near Lake Erie. So I was used to like a little bit of cold. But I remember when I first got stationed there, was like, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Have you ever lived somewhere cold? And I was like, I lived near the lake or whatever. We get down to like 0, -10 with wind and all that stuff. They're like, no, you don't understand. And then so the winter would come around and it'd be like -50 with wind chill and shit. And then it would go from like -50 for like, -20, -50 for like a week or two. And then it would go to like 0 degrees. And that 0 degrees felt fucking amazing. And I always thought that was wild. Like my first time experiencing it, like 0 degrees being warm to me was crazy. But yeah, that was a little memoir right there. Yeah, what happened on the stream yesterday? I saw that stream and then I went to sleep. I didn't see you on there, but I saw it like at 12 a.m. Eastern time. And then
So Resla goes on for a long.
No, I don't know any of these people.
Oh, you don't know Resla? You didn't watch?
The only people I saw the thing because it was like live or whatever. So I like went in and I just said like showing support and liked it, and then I went to sleep. But I don't know who he is. I don't really know anybody except like CT and Sharon. Like those are the only 2 people.
So what had happened was I went on there. Alex was talking about getting fucked by like every dude on the panel and talking about having her asshole gaped.
Is that why you joined? You don't want to be left out?
No.
I don't know, man. She was talking about it and then you joined. It could be a coincidence, but it kind of sounds like you didn't want to be left out.
Oh no, I got on right before they started talking about that. In fact, I got on and then the subject changed. And I'm like, ugh.
Gotcha.
Because I was mostly quiet during that shit because it kind of made me feel gross. But she started talking about that, and even what they were talking about before that interested me, made me want to join on, was what had nothing to do with the topic. They were just sitting there shooting the shit beforehand, right? They really didn't have a settled topic. And then someone had said something about society. And I'm like, yeah, we can fix all of that, and we probably will in the future because there's an ebb and flow. And for somebody who don't want to fucking debate, he sure as fuck jumped on his high horse and started yelling, telling people no. So I mean, that's all I'm saying. But he got mad, so he didn't want to debate, but he really positioned himself to debate, and I think it's literally just he don't think he can win a debate, so he tries to position it where it's not a debate, and then he can navigate from there if he loses.
What was the topic?
Smart people can believe dumb shit too. Yeah. They were as far off from that topic as possible. And then I told him he was trying to convince. He was saying, "Here's the thing. He was trying to convince me that I was wrong. That's why I don't care what you say. I'm gonna believe what I believe."
What would you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
That's all I told him.
No, you said he was trying to convince you that you were wrong.
Oh, I was like, nah, bro. We're seeing time and time again where people are ebbing and flowing back towards the right wing, back towards traditional culture. We see it throughout human history where people will have some form of liberalism and that society will either collapse or have a foot push back to right wing stuff. And he was just like, no, 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 you can't fix this. You can't fix it. I'm like, okay.
So your argument is that left wing or liberalism it'll collapse the society, and right wing.
No, that wasn't that's the thing. That wasn't the conversation. We weren't having a debate.
No, I'm asking you.
Talking. No, I don't think. I think either one will collapse society. Too much of either one. There's ebb and flows in society and cultures.
Yeah, so like a pendulum, it just swings back and forth.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. And he completely shut it down. It's like I'm sitting there trying to tell, like I'm trying to talk to him, have a discussion, and he's yelling. He's yelling, acting ass. So I'm like, I don't care what you say. I believe what I believe. And then he wanted to obfuscate and act like I said I didn't care about the topic. I wanted to be selfish and steer the show what I wanted to talk to. When there was no topic when I was up there, dude, I had went to sleep. I'm not on these YouTube streets like that anymore. I went to sleep. Y'all weren't talking about the topic. You got bitch made. You want a hug box. Is all. He wants a hug box without letting people know he wants a hug box because he knows he'll get flamed if he says he wants a hug box.
What's a hug box like?
Where nobody can disagree with you. You're always right.
Okay. Have you been on his show before?
Yeah, I've been on the show a lot the past month and a half.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Does he do it every night, or is it like Tuesdays or something?
He usually does it every night, but for the past, he started a new job, so for the past week, it's been like, it's been kind of sporadic, but he does it most nights.
Gotcha.
Okay, he's not a bad guy. I just think that he did some fuck shit.
Are you gonna get back on tonight if he's on?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the smoke.
What is he? What did?
Because here's the thing. This guy, everything he does is a projection. If he does stream tonight, he'll probably stream about me if he sees this, and he'll probably give it some esoteric butthole sniffing title about ego or something. That's why I named the stream Ego Murder. Because like you know the rule, 90% of the time, if somebody mentions ego, they're typically the egotistical narcissist.
Was it him or the chick that? Because I heard the chick said something about ego. I thought
it was that was talking about you saying I was egotistical, that I was trying to make the stream about me.
Gotcha.
When at no point did I actually try to draw the stream into me, myself, or I.
What is the point? What is the point of his stream? If because when I saw that, I thought it would be because it's called Opinion. I don't know if that's the title of the entire show. If that was just last night, but it said opinionated or whatever. So I figured it was a show kind of more lining up with debating versus just yapping about shit. So I know he was telling you that it's not, or after you got off, I think I heard him say something like, "This is not a debate show" or something like that.
That's why I'm saying he wants a hug box. He says because here's the thing, this is where Molly got me good earlier, or Moxie got me good earlier when I was talking about a discussion, because a discussion is a debate without argument, right? It's just talking about what you believe and
having a nice person wrong or anything.
Yeah, and
or prove your point.
And that's all I've ever tried to do at Rizzles. Like I've literally tried to give him what he wants with that. But that's the thing. That's how come I know for a fact that he wants a debate. He wants a debate where he can be judge, jury, executioner. He don't want to put you down. He don't want to lose the moral high ground. Essentially, he wants to be able to control every aspect of it without it looking like he's in control. That it's a neutral ground in a discussion.
So you think he's? So are you saying that do you think he's scared to debate? Like on losing?
I do. I think he's scared to debate I think he's scared he'll lose the debate, and so he tries to say it's a discussion, and then he's actually trying to debate you. And if he loses, that way he can flip the table and like fuck up everything, and because he'll tell people, I don't have to suffer you. I don't have to deal with that. And I'm like, bro, you're not. You're literally, you want a discussion with these people. And I've told him time and time again, if you don't want to talk to these people, don't let them on your panel. Don't have an open panel.
Yeah, he said something about 2 people got banned or something. When I first got on, I was on for like the 5 minutes I was on, or 10 minutes or whatever. He was like, somebody, I guess, was on, and he was like, they're not coming back. Or I think that was his shit. He was like, they're not coming back. I don't know who he was talking about. But he was like some dude and some dude's girlfriend, I think. That was like early on in the stream, I think. But
Oh, really?
yeah.
I have to check.
If I'm not mistaken, it was around because I was on. I think I had like joined it, but I had muted from like 11:50, probably Eastern time, to like 12:10, something like that. And sometime around that, he said something along the lines of what I just said. I think it was his and not someone else, because I was kind of flipping through and just like liking people's shit, trying to show some support last night. But yeah, I don't understand if your show is titled Opinionated. I would like to hear what he has to say. Like, why is your show? It seems like you're at least encouraging a debate if you're going to title it Opinionated. So I don't know. I guess I gotta watch it. If he's on tonight, I'll try to pop in and watch a little bit of it and watch you guys yell at each other again if you ain't banned. What's your channel name? Because I'm on Bumpkins.
My channel's Orthodox,
Yeah. Hey, chat and panelists. I'm really tired. I'm starting to hit rock bottom over here.
Don't be like that, Bumpkin.
Don't you do me that way.
That's what I'm saying, man. This man works for a living and just don't know how to act. Like, come on, man.
What do you mean? I haven't slept yet.
Okay, that's fine. Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, well, I'm tired.
See, this is what happens.
I mean, if you want to keep streaming Orthodox, you can. I'll just bounce out.
I gotta clean the house anyway. I got cleaners coming today. I need to pick up a little bit so they can clean properly.
Yeah, clean your fucking house, dude. What's wrong with you?
I know. You know, like, I'll be on these streams and I'll just be like, oh, this is more enjoyable than, doing
It's
laundry or
so.
something.
Oh, dude, you're absolutely right. That is the realest statement I've ever heard.
Man, I'm like, why do laundry if I can hop on a stream and tell someone they're pathetic?
Why buy
Respectfully.
groceries? Why buy groceries?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
just
going to
like-
buy groceries, bro. I'd much rather be yelling at some idiot.
Yeah, it's like I get to that tomorrow. It's the procrastination, as bad as it is, and then if I find something that I find to be more enjoyable, even slightly, I'll just put it off. And then so here we are, where cleaners come in like a couple hours, and I gotta pick up a little bit so they can like.
Do you have someone that cleans your house?
We usually.
Oh, shit,
I'll say,
Josh-
not
Josh-
quarterly, but something like that. We'll have somebody like come and deep clean, so we don't have to.
What's up, Orthodox?
Joshua Jones and his girlfriend made an appearance on Resla.
Who's that? Oh, maybe that's the dude that got banned.
No, he's a producer. It's just some random
Oh.
Asian woman. I wish I was there for that. I would have hit on the random Asian woman.
Yeah, she was there. She was there when I first got on. The Asian chick in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there when I first got on.
Of course, you would have hit on the Asian chick. All right, what are we doing here?
We're staying up. Drink a Red Bull or whatever.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, listen,
You're gonna be a homosexual.
that's what I'm saying. He going to bed now. I gotta go pick up. That's crazy.
Yeah, look at that. Hey, clean your room.
My fellow independent. Who said that?
Calvin.
Clean your room.
Man, I feel like I've seen this dude before. Oh, I seen him. I think he was on Jay Rillo's thing. I think that's where I saw him on.
We have been streaming for 2 hours. Give me 30 more minutes, Bumpkin.
Yeah, 30 more minutes, man. That's it. That's all we ask.
You
Please.
can have 30 minutes. I'm laying down.
With you, Bumpkin.
Yeah, Bumpkin.
Like how much if you had to charge for someone to have 30 minutes of time with just you, how much would you charge?
Have you seen the meth raccoon yet, Bumpkin?
He ain't talking to us.
The raccoon. This is why I want to leave. The raccoon that picked up the woman's meth pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
Hey. What? John, come here.
Hello.
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
Has what? Oh my god.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
that. That's why I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on orange. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
Is that what that
A few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
No, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right. Enough fun and games.
He took one meth pipe from the meth raccoon, and then the meth raccoon grabbed another meth pipe.
that raccoon was for sure smoking meth with her.
Oh yeah, dude, you know it to be true. I grabbed it for Dusty. I'm gonna share the actual screenshot I got for Dusty. Look at him, boy! He already twisted it. He twisted it.
That's wild.
Oh.
What do you think about that random independent? Has society gone too far where the dude, if the raccoons start having a meth epidemic, bro, I think we need to call it.
You want to talk about Trump?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all never want to talk about the people you voted for. This is crazy.
We can Bumkin. I'm gonna stream tonight. All right, let me drop you the link to my channel. I'm gonna stream tonight.
I just subscribed.
Okay, I'm gonna stream tonight. You want to do a stream about Trump tonight?
I can't guarantee I'll be there, but you know I'll be on. I might be on YouTube, and if I see it, I'll pop in for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the relationship between him and Netanyahu and later Israel. That's still something going on right now, so that would be
Like that him turning his back on Israel. You like that relationship?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish he would turn his back. Bumkin, you're gonna want to pop a Red Bull.
Why?
You're gonna want to pop. You're gonna want to pop a Red Bull.
I don't have money to pop a Red Bull.
Oh man, that low cost of living ass area.
Sharon is going live and talking about black fatigue.
Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm going to.
Is he live right now? I'm just waiting for his shit to pop up. He's not live. He was supposed to be going live like an hour ago.
I thought it says 11:20.
It keeps on changing. Yeah, like every single time it has changed.
Nah, he's waiting for me to go to bed.
Yeah, is that what he's doing?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, we've been going up there and messing.
I saw. I was up there 2 days ago when that weird and you. I was going back and forth with somebody named Willie.
Yeah, you was
that
right,
motherfucker, man.
I agree. I agree with you. Like I don't want to tell you that over there because then they'll just attack you. But no,
What? They're not gonna attack me.
You were dead on the fucking money about pathetic men blaming educated women.
Yeah, like could you imagine? Like, who would want to be married to Harriet Tubman because they'd be forgotten to history? Nigga, who are you? Like who are you? You're nobody. If you die today, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna remember you.
Well, it's not even like
I found that to be pathetic as fuck.
It is because you don't know who's gonna be great and remembered by history until they're put in that position.
And he obviously has never put himself in a position to be remembered by history.
I would love if my wife or my significant other was a hero to a nation, to the world. I would be proud of her. I would love her, respect her even more. I would probably try to protect her even more.
I heard you say something like, "Why are you scared of strong women?" or something. I don't know. You said something like that.
I asked him, "Why are you scared? Why are you scared of educated women?"
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate that because that's what leftists say, and I do believe a woman's place is in the kitchen. But I hate a dumb bitch. I hate a dumb woman. I hate somebody I can't hold a conversation with. And besides,
it's kind of conflicting views.
No.
Yeah, like you can always expect, but I'm just saying it leans. If you're saying their places in the kitchen, then it's gonna lean towards not being
places in the home. That's what that means.
There you go.
Places in the home.
Well, it doesn't.
When someone says in the kitchen, it's in the home.
Oh, I don't know because I'm not sexist, so.
Well, that's what it means. It means they believe in traditional.
I appreciate you educating me on the sexism.
Because and you can still be an educated woman and be in the home. you could be a great woman in the home, basically raising children and being a homemaker, because that's something that's very important in our society. But it's also something that isn't possible right now under the current
It is
economic
possible. What are you
paradigm.
talking about, man?
You
For a
need
woman to stay home?
Yeah, you damn near need
Yeah.
2 incomes to survive.
Fucking 2 incomes, man.
That's a fact now.
No, it's not a fact. Depends on where you live.
How many children you have, what living standard you want.
If you live in North Dakota, you do not need 2 incomes to survive.
The poorer the area, the more incomes you need to survive.
What you say?
The poorer your area, the more incomes you need to survive.
No, the lower cost of living your area is, the less income you need to survive.
That's not true. If you have to specifically live rural in these states. If you live in a city, the rent's not much different at all comparatively.
But
so this was almost 10 years ago now, so shit has definitely changed. But when I was in Grand Forks, rent was like $750.
Well, you also got to understand.
2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment, and downtown Grand Forks.
Yeah,
it's
like $1,250 to $1,500 now.
You also got to understand that if
For
you're in a poor area, the job that you work, the lower income area or the lower standard of living, those jobs pay less than they would in the higher standard.
Yeah, that's why it's a lower cost of living.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Just because it has a lower cost of living,
my hometown, you can get a house for $50,000.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean if you go to the city, you'd be making the same amount of money if you stayed in your hometown.
That's the point. It depends on where you live. Yeah, I agree that if you live in these denser areas where the cost of living is higher, then yeah. But if you live 20 minutes, 30 minutes outside of a city, the rent is a lot cheaper. You don't have to live downtown in a city.
Oh yeah, well, that's not what we're talking about. By and large, most most areas that have a different standard of living are not within 20 or 30 minute drive or 20 or 30 minute commute. Like, yeah, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, I agree with you. Low income area versus region are two different things.
All I know is that get rid of zoning laws. Hey man, that's a start. That's what we need to do. That's what I want to see y'all push.
Zoning laws.
Yeah, get rid of zoning regulations. Yeah, that's what increases the housing.
Can we get rid of HOAs too?
I would say no, because that's a developmental thing. That's a development thing.
Oh, you just have the worst fucking opinions.
How's that a worse opinion? I don't like HOAs, but there's a difference between saying let's make a law to ban HOAs. No, like
wait,
come together and decide.
Wait, thank you, Calvin. Thank you. All is well, sir. Just here, just trying to keep our Orthodox, our resident racist, on the straight and narrow. I need that, Calvin. You gotta keep me remembering some people are good.
You're not turning him.
Don't worry, man. He's like
no. I will always be racist.
He's not like a KKK racist. He's like a
because I actually understand genetics.
Yeah.
I don't believe in. I never believed in racial supremacy or gene supremacy.
Well, that's kind of racism, but yeah.
Well, no, I believe that no. Racism.
Kind of racism.
It's racist to believe that genes are different.
No, it's not.
Well, that's what he just said. He just said he doesn't believe in racial supremacy. He believes that genes are different.
But everybody knows that genes are different.
Are they? Is there a difference?
Well, no.
Exactly the same.
Do they? Do they?
Yes. Otherwise, we would all be exactly the same if genes were.
That's kind of my point, and I get called a racist.
Kind of the point
No, it's the way you fucking deliver it. It's not because you say, "Oh, genes are different." It's the way you deliver it.
I've delivered it several times differently. No. The
delivery. The delivery is
it's
called
the context
racist.
and the delivery that you guys use.
The delivery
is fine.
I've used is this. I've literally said this, right? I have said, because of genetics and evolution, when you have two different human groups that live in different climates and separated for up to 40,000 years, you are going to have drastic genetic differences between both populations that go past skin, right?
That affects the ability to learn, IQ, outcome.
And thank you for providing. It's the context and the delivery you guys do it that makes you get called a racist. It's not because you say,
No.
everybody has genetic differences. It's because of how you say it.
You may feel that way, but you have to understand that we're dealing with Marxists who want revolution.
Oh my God, Marxist. Who's the Marxist? Y'all two?
No.
Bumpkin is a socialist.
Be better if I was a Marxist at this point, honestly, but I'm not.
No, there's actual Marxists that have like tried to fucking call me racist to get me taken down from panels, and it fails
Bumpkin
every
is a
time.
socialist. So how is he? He's a Marxist adjacent.
No.
Nice try. Socialism is not communism. Communism is its own unique thing.
And even Marx claimed that there are other forms of socialism that are not his socialism.
I know. That's why I said it's adjacent.
Well, socialism.
Yes, it is.
Socialism is a fundamental thing of humanity. I'm not going to give that to communists because communists aren't human.
What's crazy is libertarians will literally try to make everything that's not capitalism, socialism, or communism. They'll never even accept that there's like a third option to both economic opinions, which there was very
well. They kind of have to because mixed market economies are how the world is ran.
Well, libertarians are also cowards that hide their true beliefs.
So are you just like a status quo liberal, random independent?
Me? I'm not a libertarian, and I'm not. A status quo liberal. Why do you say that? I'm more conservative than I am a liberal.
I don't think you're
socially.
No,
I'm definitely.
no. Don't be antagonistic.
You don't think I'm conservative?
Hey, hey, you wanted me up. I wanted to go to bed. You wanted
because I can't stand Trump, so I'm not conservative. Trump's not a real conservative.
I don't give a fuck about Trump.
So all right. But what have you heard me say that would make me?
You advocate for the free market.
That's conservatism.
That is inherently not conservatism.
No, but traditionally in the U.S., it is definitely the right-wing party, which is conservative.
Is inherently liberalism.
That's fine. And the U.S.
Hence, when I call you a status quo liberal,
nobody knows what the fuck status quo means, Bumpkin. You can't just say status quo and expect people to know. No, status quo means status quo.
Exactly what the fuck
status quo liberal sounds like you're asking someone, "Oh, are you one of the regular lefties that you would meet on the street?"
No.
Yes, that is what it sounds like. Why would I know what you mean by that? How would I know that? Bumpkin, how would I know what that means?
Yeah. What's your stance on Ukraine?
Ukraine, we should support. They're an independent country. They're democracy.
Weird.
I'm pro export and democracy. I'm pro interventionism. We've talked about this.
Yeah. What's your point on Israel?
Israel and Palestine, or just Israel?
Israel.
Just Israel. They deserve to have a state.
Okay. What
safe
about
and secure state.
What about Palestine?
Two-state solution. I support two-state solution, but not Hamas as the government
Hamas
or any other
evil,
terrorist
right?
organization. Yeah, I don't rock with Hamas.
Yeah. Status quo liberal. I rest my case.
You gave some foreign policy questions, and then you're like status quo liberal.
Yeah, you believe in the current.
But for foreign policy, I'm an interventionist, and I believe in.
For foreign policy, you are no
but then we can.
Or a neoliberal.
That's fine. So neocon, that's not okay. Two separate things. Liberals and neocons are two separate things.
They're both liberals.
Anyway, domestically,
they both believe. That's fine. They both believe in objective freedom.
That's
for
fine.
freedom's sake, and they both believe in very liberal economies.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very pro Constitution. So a lot of the things that the founding fathers enshrined in the Constitution or in the Declaration of Independence, I'm pretty pro. So that would be democracy, and manifest destiny, all that stuff. I'm kind of in support of it. Yeah. So if that makes me a status quo liberal, even though I don't think you actually know what that means.
They're in favor of a republic. You know this.
Okay.
There's a strong difference between
they used them synonymously back then, correct?
They did not.
Okay, so they didn't based off of what you've read, or they didn't based off of did you read source material and get that, or did you hear that from the news?
I had to step away to piss.
Yeah, my source is my nuts dragging across your forehead.
Okay, and this is the point: is that don't challenge someone that knows more than you, and then get upset when they want you to source yourself.
I'm not sourcing shit for
because
you.
You don't have to source anything. Fine. Do your own research.
That's the point I'm making. He hasn't done his own research. What source material is he using? Because I'm going by the Constitutional Convention, the debates.
Source.
They use republic and democracy pretty interchangeably. It was pretty much synonymous when they talked about them.
No, back then words had specific meanings based on the context of the sentences.
Yes, they did. And like I said, they were used synonymously.
If they were used synonymously, that would mean that they don't have specific meanings and that they could be used interchangeably.
No, they
So
have.
you,
Yes,
so are you
those
telling
two
me
words
that
were
there's
used
no
more or less
difference
interchangeably.
between? Hold on, are you telling me that there is no difference between a republic and a democracy?
I'm telling you that back then, the way that they debated it, found in this country, it was used interchangeably.
They specifically set up
Mm-hmm.
the United States to be a republic because there is
What's a
restrictions.
republic? Bumpkin, what's a republic?
A republic is a system that has restrictions on voting.
No, I don't want you to Google it. I want you to tell me.
I didn't Google it.
I can tell you off the top of my head.
Okay, what's a republic?
Republic is a representative form of democracy.
Okay, and okay, so what's a democracy?
A democracy is an electoral system instead of a despotic system or a monarchy.
Okay. So we live under a democracy, correct?
Oh no, I agree. I agree
Republican
with
form
you.
of democracy, correct? Well,
I
Bumkin
agree
doesn't. He says that we live under a republic, not a democracy.
I was just about to pick on him for doing the boomer thing because all republics are democracies, but not all democracies are republics.
Do we currently have a representative democracy?
No, I would argue that we don't.
Well, we have both.
No, I would argue that we live under an oligarchy.
Of course, we live underneath the oligarchy, but that's not the point.
We don't.
That's not the fucking point.
we
don't live
it's
underneath an oligarchy. What the fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. It's both. What is the point of your question?
What was my question?
Do you believe that we live under a representative democracy, or do we live under a representative democracy?
No. Yeah. If we
That was
live
your
under
question.
if we live under a representative democracy, i.e., a republic, right? You don't think we live underneath a representative democracy?
I believe we live under both. Do we have you ever voted locally, or have you ever voted?
Yes.
Okay. And does North Dakota allow direct votes for constitutional amendments?
Like in the actual state constitution?
For example, in North Carolina, this previous election or the one before it, on the ballot was a, if I remember correctly, a constitutional amendment on there. A state constitutional amendment was on there, and that's a direct vote. You don't have a representative saying voting for you on that. The citizens directly vote on that. When they vote for bonds in the local municipalities, it's a direct vote on that as well. There's plenty of direct voting in the country and in states. And so it's not just a representative democracy. We also directly vote as well.
Yeah, that's dependent on the state, though.
That's why it's not dependent on the state because all cities do the bond voting locally as well. Like you directly vote on bonds.
All cities?
All cities that I'm aware of, yes. If you can somehow if you can show us that is the norm or not just an outlier, that there's a city or a county or whatever that holds zero direct voting, then maybe you have a point.
Direct voting is an outlier within our nation.
No,
referendum voting is an outlier within our nation. It is either only done in a municipality or a specific. I forget specific. No, it's not laws. It's specific bills or specific resolutions.
Would you look at that? You got me for another 30 minutes. Can I go to bed now?
No. You're not allowed to go to bed. Never. We don't sleep around here.
I'm finna fucking leave.
Not allowing stupid people to vote. It was probably Orthodox.
That was me. I don't.
Even though those same stupid people are the ones that passed the Constitution, so I'm not too against it.
The founders are not stupid.
I didn't say the founders. I said the ones that voted on the Constitution or voted on the electoral.
Well, no. Those people were specifically not allowed to be stupid. At that time, you had to be a member of the military, a property owner, or business stakeholder.
No, you didn't.
You also had to pay. You also had to pass a poll test. Yes, the fuck you did.
No, you didn't.
For
the conventions, for the special conventions called to vote on the Constitution, a lot of that stuff was removed, specifically to vote on the Constitution. Which I've went over this with Bumpkin as well. There was there was many states. I think really only like Georgia and South Carolina kept everything the same. But New York, New Jersey actually had the most liberal voting laws where even women had a chance to vote. But New York, New Jersey, a few other states in the north, they allowed black people to vote. They would, I think, at least 4 states made their laws more lax for this specific occasion of voting on the Constitution. So all that shit you heard about, oh, property owners could only vote and all that shit, that wasn't for the Constitution. That was for the other shit. No states made their laws more strict. I think at least 4 made them more lax, and the rest kept them the same, essentially.
So would you want to go back to the system?
That's not what we're talking about. I was just saying that stupid people voted back then.
I'm curious. Would you? I'm not doing Dicey Calvin in the back, bro. I'm not doing it. What's up, Calvin? How's it going, man?
Calvin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Afternoon, I should be.
What's up?
Be nice. Go get you a Snickers bar, bro.
Good evening, deviants. All right.
Not to interrupt you guys. Go ahead. You were saying.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, so
I'm okay with
the
this.
point being is that
stupid
people
hold on.
Stupid people voted also to get the Constitution
You are
passed.
absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct.
The whole point is about the stupid people not being able to vote, is what I was saying. And
Yeah.
although I agree that we definitely need to do a better job of educating the populace, and it does irk me when when I talk to the average person, they're just fucking retarded. But I just don't think a democracy thrives. And I think the whole reason that more people were able to vote is because that was already known and that was proven throughout history, specifically in the US. And that's why it kept on getting more liberal as time went on, more people allowed to vote, because that is kind of like the whole point of the US is the people voting. And I just don't think you can get away from that.
I got you. Hold on, I got something you might need to see. Yeah, I can keep on while I'm pulling it up.
Huh?
I got something I want to show off, but y'all can keep going while I pull it up.
Sure, let's go back to that system. Let's bring all voting rights back to the states. I like that.
I
personally don't believe in democracy at all.
I don't
so
either.
Of course, you're
bro.
going to be against it, but it's all good. Like, doesn't matter. There's plenty of countries that aren't democracies that you guys can move to if you really
Or I can make my homeland how I want it that benefits my people.
Except that it goes against the entire foundation of the country. So
basically. I don't care.
I don't want to listen to this idiot. I don't want to listen to this idiot.
I'm part of the founding stock. It is my
part of the founding
ability
stock.
and
It don't matter whether you are or not.
It is part
Anyway.
of my birth
matter.
to be able to change
It doesn't matter.
if I wish.
It goes against the Constitution. Everybody, if you're
I don't
a
care.
citizen,
Fuck the Constitution. My
Exactly, that's
ancestors
the
wrote it.
point.
It's my ability to rip it up.
That's my point. First of all, you don't even know if you're related to any of them, so it's not your ancestors.
I actually do know that.
Okay.
I do know that.
Which framer are you related to? Which framer? I don't want to hear that. Which framer are you related to?
Doesn't matter.
Which you don't even know. So you don't even know what you're talking about. Talking about my ancestors. Just because you're white don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. Which framer are you related to?
I know that my family
history. Which framer are you related to?
All right, what we're not going to do is over fucking talk. All right.
All right.
Because democracy basically means.
Oh my god. Spit it out.
Government.
I think
by
random
the
independence has a
people,
problem with impulse control.
of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
All right. Which framer are you related to?
Do you think founding? No,
You
hold
said
on.
your
Orthodox guy.
ancestor.
No,
So
hold on, Orthodox
which one of
guy.
them is
This
your
is a
ancestor?
fucking retarded discussion. This is a retarded discussion. I'm done having this fucking discussion. When
you can't control yourself, Bumpkin.
When you say founding,
You just said.
All right. When you say founding fucking stock, okay? When we say founding stock, what we mean is, i.e., the people that helped found the United States of America, all right, are of those people, all right? There were people here within the United States that were not founding fathers. That is a fucking retarded argument.
Those are the leaders of our community.
Those are the leaders of the community, bro.
I'm sorry. Do we have to be a civil? Do you have to be a civil to be a civil rights leader, right? To preach for black people? Do you have to be fucking related to Martin Luther King or Malcolm X directly? You fucking that's a retarded statement. Here we go. Dad's side, ancestor landed 1740s. Mom's side, ancestor landed like 1720s, right? Fought in the Revolutionary War, fought in every single American war up to the point. All right. Founding fucking stock, Anglo-Saxon, Scottish, founding fucking stock. All right. It's crazy. This is a fucking retarded argument. Why did you make me stay up for this shit, Orthodox? I could be sleeping right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, he said that he was related to founding fathers.
He said
One of the
founding
founding fathers.
stock.
He didn't just say stock. He said something.
I
after
literally
that.
said founding stock.
He said something after. He said something after that as
Founding
well.
stock, homie.
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
know what
And just
part
just
of
an
it you
FYI,
understand.
just an FYI. When you throw me in the back, all I do is mute the tab, so I don't know what the fuck you're saying. So we're not. I don't sit here and do this whole bullshit of I'm gonna throw someone in the back so I can just yell and they're gonna be listening to me. No, that's not gonna happen. You just said I had low impulse and then immediately start yelling.
So he wants to overtalk.
And then-
he wants to overtalk.
We can have a discussion, Orthodox. We can have a discussion. I'm fine with that.
Hold on, not laws. First off, I don't recognize the First Nations as a thing. Lazy natives should have adapted.
See,
they fought and scalped each other over land. They're just mad that we did it better.
See, random independent.
What do you want to talk about?
No. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem.
Remember
every single fucking time I was like, oh, here's random independent. Here we fucking go, right? And you're like, oh, I don't know where that energy is coming from. This is the shit I'm fucking talking about.
Because you get upset about conversations.
No, you're not. Bro, you're not having a conversation, right?
Bumkin,
you are not having a conversation.
That's fine. We're not having a conversation because you get combative. You said that we don't live in a or you said we don't live in. I said we live in a
combative this entire time.
This started around the same time that I said we live in a democracy, and you're like, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a republic. And then Orthodox was like all republic representative or republics are democracies, but not vice versa. That's how it started. You seem to want to insert and be combative about certain things that you're dying on hills that don't need to be, that are irrelevant, and then it escalates from there. And I have no problem escalating things, and I will escalate them to whatever we want to escalate to. We don't bitch about it afterwards.
To prove my point, my ancestors landed in Georgia and helped found the city of New Brunswick. New Brunswick was settled in 1738.
I don't know so
my family
who's
is
not part of the founding stock.
Do we really have to do this?
Yeah, we do, because I don't understand, the sexism, slight racism. I don't understand. Because I guess I would be confused as to why, let's say, like, black people are black people part of the founding stock?
CT's not a part of the founding stock.
Okay, but are black Americans part of the founding stock?
Yes, if their lineage is before the
Okay.
Honestly, if you were here before the Civil War, chances are you're founding stock. If any of your ancestors' name is on the Civil War registry, you're more than likely founding stock.
So I don't know. I feel like I heard something recently that there was actually like 40% or 50% during that time, like during Abraham Lincoln's time, were actually immigrants from after the founding of the country. But I would have to look it up. Don't quote me on that. You can double check. But I thought there was like a significant majority. Well, you said most likely. But I was just saying,
when something is in the majority, it is most likely.
I'm just saying. I think there was like a huge immigrant population. But yeah, no, I'm tracking what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you can literally discount Irish and Italian names from the document I'm mentioning, and go from there.
Why would you do that when James Wilson was Irish, or was he Scottish? Shit, I can't remember.
But O'Connor is not. First off, if you're founding Irish stock, you typically have an anglicized name. First off.
The only ones that were implicitly not anglicized name were Scots.
First Nations had a more advanced form. Oh my, no, they didn't.
Oh my God, bro!
The noble savage is a fucking myth. Stop it.
Why is Not Laws like this, man?
Not Law's a good guy. He's good at zombies.
That's your boy.
That's not our boy.
That's your. What are you talking about? He got a whole wrench.
Everybody has a wrench on my channel.
I don't got a wrench.
You didn't.
Yeah, I ain't
you
got no
haven't
fucking wrench.
You haven't commented on
Wait,
my
I'm sorry.
channel.
Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss, bro.
Oh, okay, my bad. I've been kind of.
This is a man space. It's fine. You're good.
Yeah, nah.
I've said retarded.
If you want
times.
if you want a wrench, you got to comment on my channel so I can.
I did comment like 3 times. I was talking to Calvin.
Oh, well, I haven't fucking pulled it. I haven't pulled it up.
Nah, man. Nah, I see how it is.
Oh, you are.
Exactly. See.
And in all fairness, I don't give barely anyone a wrench on my channel.
I didn't even see you in here.
I'm gonna be the first one you give a wrench. Don't worry about it, Bumkin.
Nah, I think there's like a bunch of black women that used to watch my channel that already got wrenches. So
you gotta say it like that.
Because they're the best moderators on YouTube, bro. They moderate the chat.
What? I'm the best moderator.
No, you're not.
How would you know?
Let's not even find out.
Let's find out, man. Give me a little baby wrench, man.
And not laws, intrinsic attributes. Like I was born in a particular country, or my skin color is white. We get it. You're a mark.
What are you even talking about, bro?
Not laws. I'm better because I was born American. I don't give a fuck what you say. I was born in the United States of America.
Canadian detected. Opinion discarded.
More advanced form of democracy. What does that even mean?
He said he's educated, Bumpkin.
I'm educated, Bumpkin. Okay.
Bumpokin.
Bumpkin.
You're educated. Yeah, they had a very, the noble savage that were slaughtering each other for thousands of years. And you know what? I give them credit. It was a war, and they fought valiantly, but they lost. And you know what? Out of all of the First Nations people, right, or of peoples, it was good that they lost against us because we treated them pretty fucking well. Not gonna lie.
Wait until Not Laws gets the. Wait until Not Laws sees the study that has recently come out that has found that that indigenous people on the east coast of Canada and the U.S. are actually variants of European, and on the west coast they're variants of Asians.
Yeah.
By the way, that's something that has recently come out of medical journals and scientific journals.
That's crazy.
Specifically to do with biology.
It's crazy work.
That Native Americans on the East Coast were actually kind of white, and from European genetics. I guess we'll just start being able to hate the East Coast Indians only, and that they deserved colonization. I guess. Because I am going to say this. I have seen where the Democrats now in this country are saying they hate immigration, or they hate people who are here on asylum because the Boer are here now.
Huh?
You haven't seen people bitching about asylum seekers now that the Boer or the Afrikaans have landed?
Well, I think they're. Wait, what do you mean by people? Because it's obviously. I think that's more of a counter reaction to the other stuff, right?
By the way, send them back as well. Sorry, not sorry.
Man, I wish y'all were as outspoken about that as you were about other people. Because I think that I would argue that Mexicans have more in common with the common American than South Africans do.
Yeah. I guess.
More familiar with the land, more familiar with the food, the culture. They are also a democracy, a proper democracy. Well, proper.
You say that until the Boer are more assimilated and successful.
Who?
How come the Boer are waving American flags and being all happy and assimilating?
I don't know. I don't know. What are you saying? The Boer?
The Boer, the Afrikaners.
Oh, the refugees.
Yeah, they're already assimilating better than Mexicans, so you can be a third or fourth generation Mexican waving in a Mexican flag, but
Well, that's fine. I mean, there's plenty of Africans that also assimilate better than Mexicans, but that doesn't mean they know the culture.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I don't care how well they know the fucking culture if they don't assimilate.
Yeah, but the point, but that their culture is way closer to ours than theirs. So you can be as successful as anybody in the U.S. and you still not be with the culture. You still might not assimilate with the culture. You just assimilated with how to make money. Just because you are successful doesn't mean you assimilated with the
Please
culture.
let me go to bed.
Like you can be as successful as Elon Musk and be like, who cares what the Constitution
I'm
says?
about to start trolling this stream.
What's wrong, Pumpkin, man? And you gotta relax, man. I don't know why you be yelling and cussing all that shit. Like, where's that getting you? Nowhere, man. It's just giving you some high blood pressure,
really
bro.
bizarre
Relax.
is the fact you get no bitches.
Okay, Pumpkin, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm yelling and shit.
I'm tired, bro. I'm not in the right mind state to have this fucking debate. All right.
We're just talking.
That is fair.
This is just a discussion, right? What's that dude's
Well,
name?
no, we'll definitely do. We'll pick this up tonight. You work tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. If I worked tonight, I would be well asleep. I would never.
All right, let's take a rain check and do this tonight because I wanted to do this mainly about Resla and some of the drama on YouTube. So let's take a rain check and invite both of you guys for tonight if y'all want. Calvin, you're always welcome. Random Independent, you are now always welcome as well.
Oh, stop it! I'm blushing.
Oh, boo.
Okay. Before we end the stream, I will say, Random Independent. As much as we disagree and as much as I hate fucking talking to you, I'm just joking. You are always welcome.
I'm about to cry
because it's a dissenting opinion, and I don't like hug boxes.
Nah, I would rather talk to Random Independent than have a hug box. And he also you are a challenge to speak to, and I don't mean that negatively.
Respectfully, yeah. Add a respectfully at the end of there because you made me feel like I was like Jalen or something.
No. And that's the thing. I don't mean like a challenge, like a retard. You actually are intelligent and offer up some challenge to discussion when the rest of these people are just like.
So when can I expect to
what's
see?
up, Calvin?
When can I expect to see Orthodox, Bumpkin, or Random in one of these debates that I see going on in these different channels?
I mean, they don't like me, so we'll see.
I am on. I do like Sharon's channel. There's a lot of like debating and stuff going on there. So
No,
I think
those
he means like
the political debates, like where they
political debates.
Yeah, they have those their matchups. Like this night is going to feature.
If I was gonna do something like that, I feel like I would need to. I don't really pay attention to politics like that anymore. I'm mostly right now just reading about like the Constitution era and stuff. And I would say like knowledge does not necessarily do like a 1-to-1 transfer to debating. It's a whole different type of style and recall that you have to have and stuff. So I would definitely need to practice before I got on there. Otherwise, it's going to be embarrassing for me.
Well,
one day, maybe.
Calvin had a good idea for a show for us to do outside of the lore stuff we're doing. If you want to tell Bumpkin before we end it.
Oh, so Bumpkin, what I suggested to Orthodox is for him to. I know understand he's busy and he has a couple of different things that he does like to do, interests him, but politics is one of the reasons I got to know him and interact with him. So I suggested him having like a panel like every 2 weeks or something, sort of like the 5, where you have independents, Democrats, lefties, righties, or whatever, and you just go through like a couple of major topics that happen in the news, like the plane that Trump is getting from Qatar, or the tariffs with China and how that's going on, and you just spend like 2 hours and you go through the discussing topics and people debating their specific side. Was my suggestion.
Okay. No, I mean that's not a bad idea. I mean, I could try to fit that into my schedule. I mean, I already helped produce and manage one show, and then I completely produce and manage another one of my shows.
Wait a minute. You know what, Bumpkin? I tried to look your name up. I guess it's not under your name,
I
is it?
got you. I got you, buddy. It's called Pax Americana. I'll drop it in the back chat
So
for you.
the only issue I foresee with that is finding people who one are willing to come up and talk hit panel on either side, on any side or
Back chat
ideological
for you,
belief,
buddy.
and two, finding people who have dissenting opinions. Because 9 times out of 10, the people that are willing to partake in this discussion are unwilling to actually be part of the panel,
Mm.
and then having dissenting opinions is a whole nother issue.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of a drop here. I host a blood sports open panel debate show. I don't debate on it. I moderate because someone has to. Where it's completely open panel, I run through 10 topics. Anyone's welcome up there, and of course,
Oh.
there. Of course, I try to make money, so Cash App to drop people and do stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, you
So
said you didn't do that. I feel like you the
I
other
think
day, last
I
week or
think
something like that.
yeah, I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow.
I might, as long as it's not 5
There's
a.m.
Yeah, no, it won't be 5 a.m. It'll probably start around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. CST.
The issue with me being on like at times like that is so my girl's not home, so it's fine. But when she's home, I just spend time with her. So like that's why like the later times I'm usually not gonna be able to be on, but I'll try to hop on every now and then.
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. is not late for you?
That's what I'm saying. Like the later times, I'm not normally able to be on because I'm hanging out with my girl. So, but I'll try to hop on every now and then.
I mean, I could try hosting an earlier one. I need people to actually be up on the panel because it's an open panel discussion, and I'm not trying to rock up by myself, man.
So how would you describe yourself, Bumkin and Orthodox? Are you left, right, independent?
I'm a third positionist.
Orthodox?
Oh, I'm a National Socialist.
But
Fuck,
you,
dude.
You guys,
you can't bring homies around anywhere. I'm just joking.
okay, because when we were on the other channel, you guys were staunch. You tended to defend Trump in a lot of the issues that came up. So,
Well, again, the last time you talked to me before you came on my channel, I was part of an organization and friends with people where I had to temper what I believed in.
So you were fronting, you were faking the front just to playing the part, playing the role.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hated that so fucking much. I don't like Trump.
I hate Trump.
I like the fact that he's a populist, and my opinion on Trump might drastically change if he actually goes anti-Israel.
Just that one thing.
Yes,
he serves a purpose, and I voted for him because he serves my aims. Other than that, I hate him.
I hate the state of Israel so much that no matter what, if a president went staunchly anti-Israel, I would absolutely support them 1,000%.
Well, in order for him to be staunchly anti-Israel, he would
That's
have to go against. He would have to actually be anti everything else in the U.S. It's actually destroying our country.
Oh my god!
Did you guys hear about the recent thing about with Trump having an issue with Benjamin not because some type of deal with Iran?
Yeah, there was a couple of things. He made the deal with the Houthis that Israel didn't know about, and then also they were talking about Saudi Arabia, the deal, the nuclear, or they were talking about cooperation with Saudi Arabia, and it didn't rely on Saudi Arabia normalizing or recognizing Israel as a state and normalizing relations, and then with Iran, the nuclear discussions, he was planning on leaving Israel out as well, and so I think those were the three things I remember seeing.
Okay.
We've never put Israel in its place. We've treated Israel as if it was a equal partner, or that we were the junior partner in the relationship, and that's why I myself. It has absolutely nothing to do with the historical National Socialism. I am a reformer. My hatred for Israel is. I believe I agree with Hassan Piker about Israel.
That's crazy statements, bro. Fuck, I can't even. I need to go the fuck to bed, dude. I am not defending Hassan.
I know. I don't defend Hassan. I just have similar views to him about Israel.
Yeah.
Hassan Piker supports terrorists over Israel. I support a no-state solution. I support the parking lot solution.
I support one state solution. That solution being the church.
This brother said, "Bring back the kingdom of Jerusalem." That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I'm at that point now, bro. I'm at that point. Bring back the kingdom of Jerusalem. It was
Just
only
saying.
civil when Christ ruled.
No.
Sam, the silence, like you say, I can hear Bumpkins stealing.
Nah, I always get when people say Christ or they're Christian and whatever, and I often wondered because the Christ or the Christian or my upbringing, it's totally different. You have to act or behave a certain way. So I guess I expect certain things from people when they say they're a Christian or a Christian follows or things of that nature.
The problem is we live in a clear culturally Christian society, and when you live in a culturally Christian society, it means that your culture influences your Christianity and not the other way around. Because American Christians do not
As it
act
should.
how Christians from the Bible act.
Yeah, thankfully. They act better.
No, they're not. They're fundamentally worse for it. They tolerate pedophilia. They tolerate stupid shit that they shouldn't tolerate.
And those people in the Bible didn't allow things that they should have allowed. So I mean, you kind of take it both ways.
What should they have allowed? Like what?
I don't know, like women being able to be things in life other than working at home. I understand that your personal belief is that women.
Why should women be allowed to do anything?
I love it.
Outside the house?
It helps with economic prosperity. It helps with your country becoming more powerful. It opens up the voter base to allow representation for more people.
Then why?
I love that shit, man. I love that shit. I love that. I love that liberal shit, as Bumkin would say. That status quo liberal shit.
Why are autocratic societies that go against that norm beginning to overtake us or showing signs? See, what people don't understand is America was in a unique position economically because literally everywhere else was either colonized and had their resources siphoned for Europe's World War I.
Before you go on the monologue about all this other stuff, which autocratic? Because you said society, so which autocratic society?
China and Russia specifically.
Russia overtaking the U.S. in what way?
We'll see in the Third World War.
Okay, yeah, it's just not happening. But China is doing a good job on certain things, and they got there by liberalizing.
Okay, buddy. So Russia may not be overtaking the
They're
U.S.
even close. That's even worth. We can talk about China though.
Europe.
No, they're
It's overtaking the rest of the world.
Yeah, Europe has done a great job. No, first of all, no, they're not overtaking Europe. That's fucking wild. Europe is, and by everybody, specifically Western Europe.
Half of Europe relies on Russia more than Russia
relies on Russia's gas, but it's not like that's not. But everything else, Western Europe literacy rates, Western Europe wealth, quality of life, all these things that you might want to look at, like index to
quality of life,
inventions, wealth, all this stuff. I don't understand what you mean by Russia is overtaking Europe. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, China's doing a good job, and China's doing a good job, but they got there by liberalizing.
China and Russia hold significant patents in technology.
That's fine.
And I mean, you want to conflate all of Western Europe, but Western Europe is basically an American vassal at this point.
And in a lot of ways, yeah.
And it's having Europe is a powder keg. Europe is a fucking powder keg due to domestic issues that are caused by the so-called liberalism that you push.
No, it's not the liberals I push because I'm not for mass immigration. I don't think that you should be.
You can't cherry pick. No,
you literally can cherry pick immigration. You can cherry pick immigration.
Everything you just said.
You can cherry pick immigration.
Everything you just said literally leads to what we are dealing with now
it doesn't.
in our nation. It does.
And even if it did, going back to the even if it did, okay, that's fine. Even if it did, we can go back to the pendulum swinging that you were talking about. It swings one way, and sometimes it needs to swing back the other way. And at a point, it's time to swing it back the other way. And Western Europe has got to that point a while ago, and should have swung it back. There's no reason you should be allowing a crazy amount of immigrants from countries that don't share anything about your values. You're a Christian nation letting in Muslims that believe in Sharia law.
No,
That's fucking stupid.
We're not even a Christian.
That is. What are you talking about? I'm talking
not
about
a
Western.
Christian.
I'm talking
We're
about. That's fine. I don't care what you're talking about right now.
Secular
That's fine.
nation.
That's fine. You're talking about a country that is founded that the majority of people are Christian, and the values that they hold are align war with Christianity and the democracy that was formed with Christianity in mind, not Islam. And you're immigrating people, or you're allowing immigrants, a bunch of immigrants that are Muslim that believe in Sharia law. So that's fucking retarded. That's not. I don't find that to be my type of liberal. That's not my type of liberalism, and that's fine. That's fine. That's great. That's not my type. No, that's not. You can cherry pick. You can. I don't know why you keep on saying that as if that's an argument. It's not an argument.
Socialist, I have to
There's
be
always
saddled with 1940s issues.
I didn't saddle you. Did I saddle you with anything? You said you were a National Socialist like 3 times. Did I say anything about you being a National Socialist?
No, you haven't.
Okay, all right. So I don't care about what other people have done or whatever. You're talking to me. You're not talking to them. I haven't saddled you with shit. So don't. I haven't saddled you with anything. I didn't say you can't cherry pick. You can't do whatever. Whatever you identify as, that's fine.
When you and I discuss this, and we are doing it publicly facing, whatever ideology we claim to have, people are going to saddle us with all of the issues. It's something.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me claim to be a liberal?
My brothers on the panel.
Bumkin said I was a liberal. I was a status quo liberal. I never said I was. I said I'm more conservative than anything.
You're not conservative at all.
Okay, that's fine, Bumkin.
You did describe yourself as a liberal.
I didn't describe myself as a liberal. I said I'm very pro-Constitution, and wherever that follows, that follows.
Okay, please, for the love of God.
I'm going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust
You're about to commit great crime.
Tower.
I'm about to leave.
All right, we'll reset. We'll do this later tonight. This is gonna be fun if you show up a random independent.
I got to clean. I got an hour before they get here, so y'all took up most of my time.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream around 5 to 7 probably.
Are you sure, Orthodox?
Yeah, I've been streaming here lately. I know there was a whole debacle about a month ago with the stream that took me a month to do that I wound up not doing. But yeah, I've been streaming.
Did you ever still do the topic on morals and ethics?
I have not. I completely deleted it, and I'm gonna have to clip this part out. Is it not happen? This is an enemy of the state. This is not in existence. It does not happen. No. You're gonna get what's the Trotsky out of the photo, all right, Calvin? You're gonna get Photoshop before Photoshop. All
right, boys. Bumpkin, have a good sleep. Everybody else, be safe. I'll try to be on later if I remember and all that good stuff.
I hope you are. I'm gonna set it up. Gonna go ahead and set it up for now. All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching, everyone. Love all of you. Appreciate it. First off,
nuclear bombs.
One question. That's not to the person. Who's Stanley? He's talking about. He said Snowman is on Stanley's channel. Whose channel is that?
I'll post the link.
Okay, cool.
Post the link in the back chat for them so they can go over there and listen to Stanley's and Snowman debate. That sounds like it's fun. I'm going the fuck to bed.
All right, see you. Thanks.
Okay, good night, sleepyhead.
Hey, Random Independent. Can I make one suggestion?
Do I gotta listen to it? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You don't want to listen?
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead and do whatever joke you got. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't even a joke. You need to start taking breaths and pauses between points.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Because you might think you're having a discussion, but from our end, right? And here's just some criticism. It sounds like you are just talking over everyone.
Tracking.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think we'd have a lot more productive conversations, and some would even say debates, but it doesn't have to be a debate, where we're yelling at each other. You know what I mean?
You know who's guilty of that?
If we're just bullshitting, I don't really pay attention to it. But if like you're like, let's have a discussion about it, I think I tend to do that. But normally if I just feel like it's like we're just having a back and forth, like talking over each other, whatever, I'm just gonna bullshit. But
right.
Yeah, like if you actually want to have a discussion, if I'm doing that and you want to have a discussion, if you just say, oh, we're trying to have a discussion, I can usually reel myself in. So just let me know. I'll do better.
Okay. Right. Because I just really like, I hated that I had to like, i.e. either drop you or i.e. either mute you there. I really hate having to ever fucking do that because it reminds me of someone that I fucking hate. Okay. I hate having to fucking do that ever. So just.
It's the socialist way. I understand.
If he was socialist, he would do it happily and proudly.
Yeah.
You know who's guilty of debate that like that? And
if I was socialist, we wouldn't be having this discussion. You know what I mean?
Whoa there!
Pisco, or Pisco, whatever it is. Pisco hour.
Pisco. Yeah. All right, y'all have a good day.
All right. Yeah. Talk with you later.
Talk with you later. Yeah, again, Calvin, Independent, y'all are welcome anytime because y'all are dissenting opinions. Y'all are also good to talk to and well educated. So, and y'all sometimes even teach me things. Love you all. Thank you all for watching. We will be going live tonight. Hopefully, we will be able to have that political discussion. I'm going to give Calvin, if you're still watching, Calvin, I'm going to give you the Trump stream that I know you've always wanted me to have.
Oh, fuck.
So hopefully Calvin will be here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna set it up for 5, but it's gonna we might push it back. It'll be no later than 7.
Sounds good. I'll also stream it as well. Hopefully, if I show up.
You're gonna show up because I'm gonna call you and be like, "Hey, bitch."
I might be sleeping depending on the time right now.
Oh, is that you trying to tell me to hurry it up in the stream?
I don't know. End the stream. We're not watching the entire Coliseum intro again, by the way. That just ain't happening. So enjoy the masterpiece while you can, okay, boys?